2018 NPL South Australian Final Series is proudly presented by Boral. Not forgetting the 2018 celebration of football will be held on Saturday, October 6th at the Adelaide Convention Centre. More details to be released soon. Stay tuned to the FSA website and social media pages. Claymore Wines player of the match. Claymore Wines will donate $1 from every bottle of Claymore Wines purchased at participating outlets to a women's football fund. Visit the FFSA website for more information. RAA proudly supporting football in South Australia. Get an insurance quote today. Today's match day commentary team is yours truly, Rob Peppicelli. With me, co-commentating is Tony Lascala, and our stats person for today is Cassandra Trepiedi. Not forgetting our boundary rider today is Ryan Marveggio. It's a very good afternoon to the guys today. Very good afternoon to Tony and Cassandra.
Good afternoon, Robin. Good afternoon, everyone. And we're in for a great game today. Elimination final, Rob, between Metro and Adelaide United. A little bit windy out there. The sun has come out. We're expecting a big game today, Rob, and I think we'll see a lot of goals.
Good afternoon, Cassandra. It's going to be a great game today. Both teams, we saw Adelaide United last week, Cassandra. Played a great style of soccer last week, and it's going to be a ripper today.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. And yeah, definitely a ripper game with lots of goals, hopefully. And from both sides, I think will be very tight and challenging as well.
Well, good afternoon also to our boundary rider today. It looks a bit windy out there, Ryan, today. The ground a little bit bumpy, but looking better than the last time we were down here, I thought.
Yes, very windy down here. You can see my little comb overhead getting a bit of a blowover. Bit of a wind. It's blowing across the screen, so watching it's left to right. It's very strong. Starting to spit a little bit, but if you look beyond in the western area, it is got blue skies, so hoping the rain does hold out. Pitch, pitch is not bad. There's a few sandy spots where I'm standing, a few divots, so it will make it hard to play some decent football, but it's finals. Final series, do you get some decent football? Not really. You get a battle, and that's what today's going to be. It's going to be a battle in the middle of the park. Two good midfielding teams playing good football. It's going to be a great game. I'm really excited.
It is going to be exciting. Tony, we'd like to acknowledge all our other match day sponsors.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. And our boundary rider today, and Ryan. Nice and cosy out there, Ryan. Brought to you by Dry Creek Auto Wreckers, 310 Cormac Road, Wingfield. Adelaide Wrecking Yard, stocking second-hand and rebuilt parts. Go and see them there on Cormac Road, Wingfield. Top goal scorer of the year brought to you by the OAS Group. The OAS Group provides a range of construction, building design and renovation. Ryan Marveggio, Anthony Di Bartolomeo and Diego Barbaro are the professionals to help you build your dream home. Give Ryan a call on 0401 447 199 and he'll look after you. The stats brought to you by Chemist King, Hectorville. 84 Glenburn Road, Hectorville. Go and see Michael Uccello for a range of pharmaceutical products. Round the Ground scores brought to you by West Beach Pizza Bar, 699 Burbridge Road, West Beach, for your mouth-watering, delicious pizzas. And the Player of the Year is brought to you by LSA Live Streaming Australia. If you're looking for live streaming your sports, corporate events or function or business seminars, go and see the experts as Live Streaming Australia. Go and see Andrew Sperling go and give him a call, I should say, on 0418 847 125.
Just quickly, I wanted to mention what happened during the week, because a lot of dramas happened during the week, and I just want to touch on it a little bit. To me, to crucify a team manager like that, I think it's very unfair. The rule needs to be changed, and a simple rule, because on the rules it's got, if the team sheet is not done properly, the club is fined and disqualified. I think the second part should read fined and or disqualified, so that at least they can check if it's verdict and they didn't have an extra player on the bench or anything like that. So that would have been done and dusted. So they need to change that rule slightly. Yeah. Any thoughts?
Yeah, look, my thought is that the referee should have a last look at that sheet before the game actually begins, Rob. And if there's any problems on that sheet, the referee should pick it up, and the game should not start until the referee is happy with that team sheet.
I think it's very unfair on our volunteers out there that want to do the right thing and make a little mistake, and they want to disqualify a club for that little mistake. To me, it's a little bit ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Ryan, any thoughts?
No, I agree. It's unfortunately these are volunteers, so sometimes they don't always get it right. But I agree. The rule should read and/or because that does cover if it was legitimately done to change the outcome of a game. Because in that circumstance, it wasn't deliberately done. It wasn't
100%.
It wasn't there to change the outcome of the game. It should have been done and dusted on Monday and move on and get ready, because you don't want issues like that to overtake the real importance of the game, and that's today against two great teams battling out for a grand final opportunity.
Okay, looking at the games happening today, we'll look at the results from the State League 2, guys, from last week in the finals. Playford 2 defeated Adelaide Hills 0. That was the first leg of the semi-final. Elimination finals, Vipers 3 defeated Demons 0. And Coppers going down 3-1 against Adelaide Victory. So what happens in today's games? Round of matches, the first leg of the semi-final. So guys and girls, going back to that first leg of the semi-final, State League 2, yep. It's, where are we going? Now we're going back to this one. Playford 2 defeated Adelaide Hills 0. Northern Demons and Vipers winning 3-0 and Victory. We got that. So now the game's happening in the State League 2, Jimbo, as we got it there. We got the Adelaide Victory up against Vipers in the elimination final, and in the second leg of the semi-final, the winner straight to the grand final, Patriots against the Hawks. So that's State League 2. State League 1 results from last week. We saw Adelaide Blue Eagles going down, boys, 1-0. We know they are already promoted, so this is just a bit of icing on the cake, I suppose, if they win the premiership. But they 1-0 down in the second leg. They're playing at the Blue Eagles ground to whoever make the grand final. Cumberland won 4-3 against Lolunga. Modbury winning 2-1 against White City. So today's games in the State League 1, it shows like this. Jets up against Cumberland in a do-or-die elimination final. To play, the winner will play the loser of this game, Adelaide Blue Eagles and Raiders. Remembering Raiders are 1-0 up at that stage for the team to go into the grand final. Looking at the Premier League, the more important, the NPL Premier League, first leg of the semi-final. We all predicted, except for Tony. Tony beat Campbelltown. We all said draw, but that ended up being a 0-0 draw, Adelaide City and Campbelltown. The Metro Stars and Olympic game, a lot of controversial in that one after all the effects, but Metros did win 1-0 against Olympic in extra time, in the dying seconds, I think, in that extra time. And our match of the round, what a ripper of the game last week, wasn't it? Adelaide United 3 defeated Comets 1. And that leaves us with the big second leg of the semi-final happening at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, and that's Campbelltown Red Devils against Adelaide City. That's at 3 o'clock, guys. So that's a big game. So it's a 0-0, so whoever wins that one will advance to the grand final, and the loser will play the winner of today's big clash, Metro Stars against Adelaide United. We'll go through the team sheets first, and then we'll pick our tips on who you think is going to win today's big clash. Tony, you want to go through the Metro Stars lineup?
Yeah, thanks, Rob. In goals, Isaac Carmody. Number 4, Justin Davies. Number 5, Tim Henderson. Number 6, Anthony Solana. Number 7, Michael Delosio, who is the captain. Number 8, Rocky Callisto. Number 9, Thomas Strain. Number 10, Liam Wooding. Number 21, Lachlan Barr. Number 22, Hamish Gow. Number 23, Christian Esposito. On the bench, we have number 3, Cohen Morris. Number 11, Matthew Charalumbus. Number 17, Matthew Dorber. Number 26, Stephen Carley. The reserve goalkeeper is Jackson O'Donnell.
Okay, so lineup for Metro Stars. Not a bad lineup, Ryan. Good players on the bench. Charalumbus, Dorber, Morris, Carley. So it's a pretty good lineup for Metro Stars.
Yeah, exactly right. It's a good squad, got good depth, and the substitutions in a game like this are always going to be important, very more important, especially being an elimination final.
By the way, if you want the team sheets in here.
Thank you. If I come in there, I won't be leaving because it's absolutely freezing
and
out
extra
here.
batteries here too, mate. Just in case you need it. Okay, the Adelaide United lineup, guys, and almost the same as last week. We saw Nyonga Bide get injured last week, so he's obviously not playing in today's game, but I'll go through it. In goals, we have Isaac Richards, the captain of Adelaide United, the blocker Paul Wilson, is the captain. He's number 4. Number 7 is Aladdin Irabona. So he didn't play last week, but he's playing in today's clash in the starting lineup, obviously in place of Leon Gabide. Number 10, Charlie Devereaux. 11, Carlo Amiento, got our man of the match last week, so let's hope he plays another good game. Number 12, of course, pretty impressed with this player, Taras Komulka. Number 16 is Blake Carpenter. 18, Lachlan Brook. 28, Kristen Kostandopoulos. 35, Kosini Yengi. And number 44, Jared Clark. On the bench for the Adelaide United team is number 5, France Petri. Number 6 is Ryan Yates. 17, Christos Stephanopoulos. 34, Jai King Byrne. And the reserve goalkeeper is Cameron Cook. Today's officials for today's big clash, it is referee Christian Verdicchio and his assistant Andrew Kite and Drew Faulkner. So not a bad lineup once again for Adelaide United, Ryan.
Yeah, very good lineup. We saw what they can produce. We've seen it a couple of times during the season. We sort of had them as the dark force, but they the dark horse, sorry. But we had them last week. They sort of wrote that off and really made themselves as real contenders for this final series. And they played that first half was fantastic, and then they held strong for that second half when Adelaide Comets were coming after them. So it's going to be a very exciting match. Like I said, the pitch doesn't really favour the way they play football, or either Metro Stars, but a pitch like this, a game like this, it doesn't really matter about good football. It matters about grinding out results, winning the battles and getting the ball in the back of the net.
Okay, Tony and Cassandra. Tony first. Looking at the lineups, you saw Adelaide United last week. I think you saw Metros going back at the last game of the season as well. Who do you leaning towards in that big clash today?
Well, look, I was very impressed with Adelaide United last week, and Metro Stars going down to Adelaide City when I saw them last, Rob. I think it'll go down like this, in my opinion. If Metro Stars allow the Adelaide United team to come at them early, they could be in trouble. They have to go out there with all guns blazing, because this Adelaide United team, if they get their tails up, Rob, very, very hard to beat. I'm going to go for Metro Stars, only because it's home ground advantage, but I think it could go either way, and I think we'll see some goals today.
Cassandra, we were very impressed with Adelaide United last week, weren't we?
Impressed.
They played some good brand of football out there. And your opinion, I think you saw Metro Stars a few weeks ago as well.
I do agree with Tony there, but I'm going to lean towards Adelaide United. They don't have Leon Gabide today, but I think they've got enough talent to just edge out that win today, and obviously their pace is going to be a bit of a challenge for Metro to keep up with as well, like we saw last week with the Comets.
So Adelaide United for yourself?
Yeah.
You went Metro?
I went Metro, Rob, but reservations. Reservations.
Ryan?
I agree with what Tony was saying. If you allow this young Adelaide United team to play and come at you, they're going to start getting control of this game. But in saying that, though, I reckon this game is going to go deep into extra time, and due to the youthfulness and the energetic and the youngness of Adelaide United, I reckon they'll scrape it just right at the end of the death of extra time.
Two good coaches, isn't it, today? We've got Paul Pezos up against Saracino. Good quality coaches. Pezos has done a great job with the youngsters, along with he's got Mario Karlovic and Morris Natalia as well down there, so good combination. It's going to be I'm going to sit on the fence and go for a draw, but you can't do that in these qualifying finals or elimination finals. I'll lean towards Adelaide United.
Don't lean too far, Robbie, you might fall over.
So the players are just walking out in this big clash today. Adelaide United playing in the away strip, boys, in the old white strip with the blue sashes on their shoulders there, and the blue shorts and blue socks, and obviously Metro Stars in their traditional home strip in the red and yellow stripes, red shorts and red socks as well. So they're just shaking their hands. Big game today here at TK Shuttle Reserve. We'll go for the tips. Maybe the other game, guys. It was a 0-0 draw last week, Adelaide City, Campbelltown. Who we're leaning towards there?
Oh, Robert, look, I like Campbelltown. They've got the wood over Adelaide City, especially at Stephen Woodcock Park. I think they're very hard to beat. I'll go for Campbelltown there.
Yeah, me too. Campbelltown at home.
Ryan, you still on? Ryan's not on. He's putting his thing on. I'll go with Campbelltown too. They've been the best team all year.
Sorry, boys.
They were top of the table and won that comfortably in the end. So I think at home, as Tony said, they'll be maybe a little bit too strong for LA City, right?
I'm back in town, boys. Sorry, there's just a little malfunction with the microphone just then. But I'm going for Campbelltown, Tony. So no one's sitting on the fence this week. We can't sit on the fence this week, so I'll be going for Campbelltown too.
Okay, players in the huddle. Big game today. Remembering, if it is a draw after full time, there will be 15 minutes of extra time. And if it can't be sorted out then, it'll be a penalty shootout to decide who will play the loser of the Campbelltown Adelaide City game. Don't forget today's match proudly brought to you by Boral. The big grand final happening in a couple of weeks' time down at Highmars. The whole lot, isn't it? State League 2, State League 1, women's, and also the men's MPL. Who won last night, Cassandra, in the women's?
Adelaide City 1-0 over Metro United.
So they go straight to the grand final?
They're straight in the grand final, so congrats to them. And I think Metro will play West Adelaide, and then
next week to
the winner
see.
there goes to
Bit of
City.
sweet revenge for Adelaide City after
Yeah.
Metro had the victors a couple of weeks ago. Then in that last fixture.
That's right, yeah.
And Rob, the game is just about to get underway. It will be Metro Stars to take this kick. Metro get the game underway. Wooding goes to Delosio. Metro in possession. Lachlan Barr switches play. Henderson nearly loses the ball. Henderson still got possession. Here's Esposito. He couldn't keep the ball in, and it will be a throw in. The first one of the game to Adelaide United, to be taken by Kostendopoulos. Right at the halfway line, Kostendopoulos for Adelaide United. Looking for movement, finds Yengi. There's an opportunity again for United to go forward. Brook switches play. In the middle of the park, United go all the way back. This is Wilson, is it? On the far side.
That was
That's Clark. It was Clark, but there's a free kick in the meantime. Clark now. This time he goes to Wilson with a little bit of space in front of him. Goes forward, tries to find Yengi, comes off of Henderson. And it'll be a throw in here to Adelaide United.
Is that going to be the away strip, Ryan, in the A-League? I don't mind that away strip.
I was actually thinking that myself, to tell you the truth.
You're not
Robbie.
sure?
I'm not sure at all.
Okay, so the throw-in is taken. Adelaide United trying to go into attack. Amianto is there. It's cleared here by Metro Stars defence. Blocker Wilson's there. Gets his head to it, only as far as Esposito. Loses out though. Away go Adelaide United through Gamolka. He sends a ball chance for Carla Amianto. Got the shot and it's hit the side netting. Good chance for Adelaide United to get the first goal early in this game.
You can see the wind there, boys, is definitely blowing across the left to right. That ball did travel, but a great through ball there by the number 12 at Adelaide United. If it just held up a little bit in the wind, that would have been a great opportunity.
Who's number 12, Ryan?
Thomas Gomolka.
Not bad. You haven't got the team sheet. You haven't got the team sheet and you've done well.
It's called a great memory.
So Carmody, the keeper for Metro Stars, goes short to Henderson. Goes to Callisto. He's had a good year, Callisto. And that's come off Adelaide United, the player.
And again, it's just proven Mr. Utilities on the left-hand side of this of the Metro Stars lineup here.
Good to see Ryan Strain back in the lineup. This Hamish Glow, sorry, it's a Glow. He's a good player, good youngster. Switches play to Davis on the far side. Just outside the coach's box. Looks like they're having a dinner in that coach's box. Looks like a tent with food in there. It's a funny look. We'll see if the cameras can pick it up after. We've got a bit of time. Goes out to trying to find the player there for Metro Stars in Callisto over the sideline for a throw-in.
It will be a throw-in. Kostendopoulos now for United. Wanting some movement. Yengi tries to get his head to it. Henderson. Solana. Here's Esposito. He's got 3-4 players around him. He wins a free kick right in the middle of the park at the halfway line. And it will be Metro Stars. Solana's going to leave it. Henderson quickly takes it. Barr Goes to his captain. Back to Barr. Sends a long ball forward. Looking up there for Strain. Won't find him. Cleared there by United. They have to be careful with this win. Go back to their goalkeeper. Carmody has a little bit of trouble getting that ball to sit for him.
Still bobbling, isn't it, on the
It is
ground?
bobbling, and that wind's going to play a little bit of havoc today as Konstantopoulos takes a quick free kick, or I should say throw in. Brook now switches play, goes on the far side. Good tackle in the middle of the park is Adelaide United going forward.
Carpenter.
Comes off of a Carpenter there for Metro Stars. Will be the first corner here. It was Carpenter that took the shot, I should
For
say.
United, yeah.
Comes off of a Metro Stars player, and it'll be the first corner of the game.
So it is on the far side. It'll be Amiento. Remember his last corner last week, guys? Or one of his corners, anyhow. It's straight in.
And the wind's assisting him here too, Rob.
Yeah, but not good for a left footer. Left footer's got to come the other side, but looks like he's not going to take it.
Konstantopoulos is taking it, boys.
Okay, thanks, buddy. Konstantopoulos will swing it around with his right foot. Carpenter's there, also Gamulka. Yengi heading towards the back post. Carpenter tried to get to it. Player got bustled off and it's gone over the sideline. Will be a throw in. Timmy Henderson will take it on the left side. Actually leaves it for, looks like the captain.
It was Callisto.
Was Callisto. As the ball goes into attack, Yengi was there, it's cleared, only as far as Carpenter. Adelaide United keeping control. They've opened up quite well, haven't they? Amiento couldn't quite control that one. Goes over the goal line for a goal kick.
Obviously that wind's quite strong out there. It's causing the ball to hold up quite a bit. Delosio now. Probably go back. No, he doesn't. He does go back to his goalkeeper. Carmody. Gets a long ball forward. Looking up there for Strain. He loses possession. Devereaux now goes forward looking for Yengi. Good header there by number 21 there for Metro, Lachlan Barr. Here's an opportunity on the overlap for Davis. Davis now. Probably have to hold it up. Goes to Solana. Back to Wooding. Wooding in the middle of the park. Sells a dummy. Looks up there for Strain. Won't find him. Cleared there by United. Only as far as Delosio. Delosio goes to Wooding. Switches play. Goes to Henderson. Henderson looks up there. Trying to find Esposito. Won't do so. Henderson should clean this up again. Goes short, finds Callisto, looking for Esposito. This time the ball goes out, and it will be a throw in to Metro Stars.
So Callisto will take it once again. Just played over 7 minutes. First half here at TK Shuttle Reserve. It is 0-0. Today's match proudly brought to you by Boral. Big elimination final, Metro Stars against Adelaide United. The winner will play the loser of the Campbelltown Adelaide City game, which will commence in approximately 20 minutes' time. As the ball's with the Metro Stars going into attack, Wooding sends it right-hand side to Davis. Davis, it's just a low one, chance for Metro. It's cleared by United. Keeper came out as well. Gow's got a chance, but it's mopped up well there by Adelaide United. Left-hand side, Amiento looking for Yengi. Barr's also there for United. That's Metro Stars, sorry. It's still Metro Stars trying to clear it. Now it's Adelaide United. Clark clears it. Luckily finding Yengi. 1-2. Might be a free kick. It will be.
No, play on, Rob, is it?
Play on, it is. Right. And out to the keeper there in Carmody.
Carmody now wants Henderson. Does get him. He's got to be careful. That ball's just bubbling up there in that surface near the goals there. They just have to be a little bit careful. Davis now wants Wooding. Won't find him. The ball goes out. Be a throw in. Quickly taken. Esposito now goes to Wooding. Wooding wants to switch play. He does. Wants Callisto to not get to him. It'll be Konstantopoulos here with some time. Goes and finds his captain in Wilson. That was Devereaux. Back to Konstantopoulos. Sends a long ball forward. Can he get to this? No, he won't. That wind just takes it a little bit. And it will be a goal kick here to Metro Stars. We've played 9 minutes in this first half so far, and neither team has troubled the goalkeeper so far.
Metro Stars, though, Tony, are looking quite... They're starting to settle in. They're looking quite different than they did a couple of weeks ago when we were here against Adelaide City. Liam Wooding coming into the middle of the park gives them that little bit of... a bit more intensity, that little bit more directness that they did lack. And then also Strain coming into that forward position. It frees up Esposito to drop in deep, pick up the ball, turn and face and create something. So those two additions in this Metro Stars starting 11 than what we saw 2 weeks ago, already making a difference.
So goal kick to be taken here by Carmody. For Metro Stars, the keeper. Can they get it into attack? Taking his time. Not a good one. It's a low one. Adelaide United trying to get to it. Yengi, also Brook. Clever pass. Amiento shoots and it's over the crossbar. Just fell beautifully to his left foot. And we know how he can punish it. Just didn't get underneath it and it just went over the crossbar. So another good chance, a couple of good chances, Cassandra, for United.
Chances, yeah.
That is too good of a chance, and an elimination final like this, not even to make the keeper test. We know Carlo Amiento's got a great left foot and can hit the target. He's in the 18-yard box there, boys. If that's not rattling the net, you've got to make the keeper test and test it, and he didn't even test the keeper. That's a poor strike there.
I agree, Ryan. They have to be a little bit careful. That's twice Amiento's found himself by himself there with chances, and this time Metro Stars nearly paid for it as Yengi tries to get to that ball. Can he get there? No, he won't.
Gee, it's been all Adelaide United, hasn't
really,
it?
I can't. Has Metro? Yeah. Yes, just once now. They've gone past the halfway line, but they really haven't threatened. It has been Adelaide United. Now, whether it's because of the assistant of the win, but they have looked a little bit more dangerous as Carmody now with the ball. Probably wants Henderson, but it will go long. Looking up there for Esposito. Gets his head to it. Brings it down well. That was brilliantly done by Esposito. Finds Solana. Switches play. Wooding. This is good by Metro Stars. On the far side, it's Davis now. Davis takes on one. He's going to have to give that ball off. Solana nearly slips. Still in possession. Has got Callisto out wide. Who's he going to look for? Esposito. Can he turn? He does, but Mika miled that shot. Just couldn't get any venom behind it, and easily picked up there by Isaac Richards.
Still classed as a shot, I suppose.
Definitely classed as a shot. Unlucky, he did slip on the turn, but you can't give Esposito something like that too often in the game because he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, with that kick with the keeper, the wind's certainly favouring the right-hand side. Adelaide United are kicking into. So Carmody again. Throws it out to his captain, Delosio. Once again having a great season for Metro Stars. As he tries, its ball holds up. 2 players against 1. United go into attack. But into the arms once again, Carmody. Throws it out once again to his captain, Delosio. Goes short. There's a 1-2 there. Played as Metro Stars through Barr's got it on the right-hand side to Davis. Solana is there, but decides to go towards Esposito. Cleared only as far as Henderson. Timmy Henderson finding Callisto. Gets it back. Gal trying to get to it. Exciting youngster. It's gone over the sideline. Will be a throw-in quickly taken by Callisto. Strain, controls, knows where the goals are. Goes to Solana. He switches it to Davis. Metro's looking a little bit better. Pushing it around. Wooding with the ball. Had a trial with Wellington. Back here at Metro Stars. Obviously nothing happened with that one, but it is gone to the arms of the keeper there in Richards.
Richards now for United. As Rob said, Metro Stars just looking a little bit more menacing. Richards goes long. The wind takes it. Looking up there for Yeng. He won't find him. Delosio in possession. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper in Carmody. Barr switches play. Tries to find Henderson. Just get to that. Goes inboard. Finds Gow. Gow now, who was very good last time we were here. That time, not a great pass. He was looking for Callisto. Didn't find him. The ball goes out. It'll be a throw in here to Adelaide United to be taken by Konstantopoulos. The sun's out, but that wind is very, very cold, as Ryan has told us. And it is favouring the Adelaide United side as Konstantopoulos takes the throw, looking for Yengi. Well done by Henderson. Goes forward, looking up there for Strain. Good work there by Richards. Comes out, sends a long ball forward, and it's going to be goalkeeper to goalkeeper almost. The goal kick here to Metro Stars.
So Carmody will take this goal kick play just approaching the 15th minute mark here at TK Shuttle Reserve. It is Metro Stars 0, Adelaide United 0. And the winner will play the loser of the big game, Adelaide City and Campbelltown. Obviously the winner of that one goes straight into the grand final, because the first leg was a 0-0 draw. So they're pushing it around. Delosio. Davis is there. Tussling. Adelaide United do win it. Brooke has got it. Goes back towards Clark. Blocker Wilson. Paul Wilson's got it. The captain of the youngsters. Goes with the 1-2. Itabona has got it. We first touched by Itabona. Goes out. Good winner work by United. Chance. Cleared here by Metro Stars defence. Ends up with Esposito. Under the pump at the moment, Metro Stars. United, their youngsters are doing well. Had a great season. Had a great game last week against Comets. Ended up winning 3-1. As a throw-in is taken here by Konstantopoulos. Goes short. Trying to get to it was Brooke. Loses out. Gal goes out. Pushing it around. Barr to Captain Delosio. Trying to find Wooding. Wooding has got it. Goes into attack. Clark doing well. Leaves it for Wilson, and he clears the ball only as far as Delosio.
Delosio now goes inboard, finds a Bar. Back to Delosio. Right with him there is Amiento. Eventually Delosio goes back to his goalkeeper in Carmody, sends a long ball forward. Here's an opportunity for Metro. Couldn't get to that one. Yengi gets his chest to it, tries to send Itabona. Won't be able to do so. The ball goes out. Be a throw in to Metro Stars. Rocky Callisto with the ball, takes a long throw. Not going to find his target. Devereaux tries to get to it. He does. Yengi gets brought down. The referee says play on. Amiento. Here's an opportunity for Adelaide United. It will be cleared there. That was Callisto that time. Konstantopoulos. Ball goes out. Did the referee find a free kick there?
Free kick.
He did.
Esposito on Konstantopoulos there.
And it will be a free kick in a dangerous position here, because as we said, that wind is swirling around a little bit. It could be tricky, as Amiento saw this last week a couple of times and did cause a lot of trouble, especially with that wind assistance.
He likes to crack him from here. The wind.
He could have a shot. Carlo Amiento scored a brace last week, as we know. One from the corner. Amiento now with the free kick. He takes it. Looking up there, I'm sure that was a little bit of a shot. I'm not sure, but
it definitely was a good ball into the box.
It was a
just
good
a little bit overhit, but
nobody to meet it there.
No, but definitely was on target.
I reckon he was going for it, knowing him. And now it is over the far side. Throw in, I think. Players just waiting. The referee Christian Verdicchia just having a chat with a couple of the players. So it will be a throw-in to Davis. Metro Stars. Goes short to Gal. Goes backwards to Lachlan Barr. Henderson was there. Decides to go to his captain, Delosio. Goes towards Strain. Davis to Gal. Likes to touch the ball a lot. Switches it to Callisto. Henderson. Irabona trying to put pressure. Does well. They win the ball, United. Gomolka sends it left-hand side to Armiento. Can't quite get there. And that goes over the sideline for a throw into Metro Stars.
Metro now in possession. It's Davis with the ball. Gal gives him an option, doesn't like it. Goes to Delosio. There's a long ball forward, but gee, not a great one there. Wilson in possession. Konstantopoulos now. Metro, I should say United. Still in possession. Goes to Devereaux. Irabona back to Devereaux. Looking up there. Oh, nearly brought down well there. That was Carpenter. Brook it was. Couldn't control it. The ball goes out, and it will be another throw-in.
Tony, you got to understand, these boys are all 17. They all got the same haircuts.
Yeah, they all look the same to me, mate.
It's the trend. When you hit our age, Tony, it's we all look the same because we've got no hair.
I think you got a little bit more than
I got
me,
hair.
mate.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
Is
just in
that
the
what
wrong
you call
place,
hair?
Rob.
Or we all got glasses.
That's true. The glass part, I do agree. Anyhow, it's Metro Stars with a free kick. Wait till you get to our age, Ryan.
Long way off, I think.
Goes short to Wooding. You find Henderson. Barr with it. So Metro's just playing kippies off at the moment. Against a bit of a breeze. If they go in at half-time 0-0, it'll be a good first half for them. As Esposito wins the ball. Davis has had a few touches. Oh, he stumbled on that one, loses it. Carpenter does well. He goes to Devereaux. Devereaux looking for Yengi. Yengi's got Barr to beat. Lachlan Barr did well, but Yengi decides he was trying to go far side.
He did all the hard work, boys, and he just let himself down there with his final distribution because he had numbers breaking. If he had on my side in front of me, Aladdin Irabona, what was some pace, was absolutely burning up, and then all the fullback there and Carpenter on the left-hand side, so he needed to do a little bit better there, Yengi.
So the ball is with Gal, loses it. No, he doesn't lose out. The ball's still with Metro Stars. They're trying to get something going. Also there, tussling there's Armiento. And that's thrown on the far side. And that would be an Adelaide United throw-in. Looks like taking this is Carpenter. So we'll look for some support. Armiento's trying to make a run. Goes inboard. Trying to clear it was Bark. Fresh air shot on that one. Luckily it ends up with Davis. Davis clears it. Holds up again with that breeze. Ryan Strain did well and wins himself a free kick.
Yeah, certainly United looking a lot more dangerous when they go forward. Esposito there couldn't control the ball. Goes to Wooding. Gow. Here's Barr. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Carmody. Wants to go long. He's telling players to move across a little bit. Eventually he does go long, looking for Esposito. Does get his head to it, but it goes out. Be a throw in here to Adelaide United. Konstantopoulos has been looking for Yengi. Does so again. Irabona was there. Couldn't get to it. Callisto now for Metro Stars. Finds Barr, sends it long. Looking for Strain, but that ball will go out.
You can definitely tell this Adelaide United team is set up by a defender who was a coach who was a defender back in his time, because they're very well structured. It's definitely a Paul Pezos side, being a centre back and a sweeper and a defensive midfielder that he was. They're very well structured defensively. They're a very hard team to break.
So Adelaide United trying to get to the ball. Gomolka switches it to Carpenter. He's been busy. He was busy last week too. I liked this game last week. He's got himself an injury though. Looks like he'll be okay. So just over 23 minutes played, approaching the 23rd and a half minutes. And we're here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Metro Stars nil, Adelaide United nil. Don't forget today's elimination final or qualifying final is brought to you by Boral. So over the ball is it Amiento taking it?
Yes, I think
It is. With the breeze.
Surely he doesn't fancy himself from here, does he, Rob?
With the breeze, he would. He scored a ripper last week with a corner kick. Does go long. Good ball, too. And lurking there was Clark. Gee, Henderson almost did himself an injury jumping that fence. And it's a goal kick to be taken here by Carmody.
So with those free kicks, especially with the aid of this wind, looking very, very dangerous.
Wasn't too far, wasn't it?
No, it
Clark
wasn't.
Was there.
Carmody for Metro.
That replay, I like that, Jimbo. Jumping the fence, almost did himself an injury.
Solania there tries to get his head to it. Luca gets his head to it eventually. Morris gets shoved out. Here's Callisto, wants to get it in there quickly. Wasn't able to do so. Wooding sidesteps a player, gets it out wide. Tries to find Gow. It will be cleared here by Carpenter. And it will be a throw in. Metro Stars quickly take Gow. Gets beaten to the ball. Luckily for him, the ball goes out. And it will be a throw in here to Adelaide United. Looking up there for Yengi. Won't find him. Delosio goes back to his keeper. Sends a long ball forward. Does hold up in the wind. Still Adelaide United. Gamulka sends it forward. Rabona tried to play him on a 1-2. Unluckily, it didn't come off. Here's Wilson. Rabona back to Wilson. Sends a long ball forward. It should be easily cut out here by Lachlan Barr. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Carmody. Having a few problems trying to get it past the halfway line. That one makes a little bit of distance. Looking up there for Esposito. Strain now. Tries to find Esposito. Back to Strain. Solanya's in there. Can they get a shot on? He wants Esposito to go. Eventually not a great ball. Wooding gets it over. Davis gets it inboard. Looking back post for Callisto. Still in possession. Henderson. Gow. Looking up there for Solanya, won't find him. Yengi, gee, that's a hard tackle there. Well, actual fact, it was Barr that came through, and Yengi got hurt.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Bit of a dead leg. Lachlan Barr, true centre back. No prisoners, just come straight through. I don't think that was a free kick there. I don't think Yengi knew that was Lachlan. I don't think Yengi knew Lachlan Barr was coming through him like a steam train. So I think
see
that
the
was
replay on that one.
Good 50-50 challenge there by your centre back, and he made Yengi know I'm right behind you.
Anyhow, it's a free kick to Metro Stars. Wooding over the ball. He's moved up the Lachlan Barr's in there. Hamish Gow. Thomas Strain as well. He's also Delosio, the captain's up there. Someone goes down. That was Davis. No, it was Solanya actually. They went down, but that's cleared here by the keeper. Gee, Callisto, that's a bad ball. Gone straight to United. Irabona's got it on the right-hand flank. Can't quite get there. And was that an offside flag? It was.
Offside. He's got to read the line there better. They're on a break there. He's got to be able to get himself back onto an onside position, even though he had ran past the ball. He's got to get himself back quickly onto an onside position and really make that counter-attack break. You know, opportunities like that in an elimination final don't come every day of the week.
So it is a free kick. Quickly taken. Oh, the keeper's actually going to take this one. Still 0-0 here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Live broadcast of the match on the Football Federation of South Australian's Facebook page. Not forgetting also on YouTube, FFSA TV, or FFSA MPL TV. You should be able to pick it up. And the Adelaide Web Radio as well. So all you got to do is if you do want to listen to the broadcast, AdelaideWebRadio.com.au, as Adelaide United have got the ball. They go towards the right-hand side. Itabona. He's got a bit of pace, got a bit of toe. Goes short. Kostendopoulos looking for Brock. Knows how to crack him. Stopped there by the defence of Metro. Still they're in trouble. Gamolka goes down. It's a free kick just outside the box.
Oh, they were lucky then, Rob.
In a
That was
perfect area.
Just outside, wouldn't it?
You'll pick up there
Just
on replay. Great bit of ball work. Great little ball skill there by the youngster Gamolka.
Oh, Gamolka, yep.
Yeah, absolutely composed. Brilliant ball skill if the replay can pick that up.
Certainly did.
And Amiento wants this, Rob.
All Brook. Is Brook over the ball too? Yeah.
Armiento's got
I
the ball
reckon
in his hand.
Amiento will not give that ball up, Rob. This is if anything,
Brook's got a nice shot on him too.
yeah, I agree. But I think if anything, it's too close. for
Yeah,
Amiento.
I feel for me, you've got to get this up and down with the wind.
very
Yeah.
quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
It's
Who's also there?
I
Somebody
would be
else is there
cracking
too.
this low and hard because your wall will be jumping.
He's
Yeah.
cleaning his
You've
boots.
seen these free. You've seen these free kicks.
He's cleaning his boots. That means Amiento's taken it.
So we've got Amiento, we've got Konstantopoulos over the ball, but as I said, Amiento would not know that then he's going to leave
Or
it
is
for
that
anyone.
is that a ploy?
Well, Konstantopoulos is there over
Nah,
the ball, isn't it?
They're taking the mud out of his boots so he
Yeah.
don't slip.
So Amiento over the ball. Is this going to be 1-0? Is he going to crack it with his left foot? Goes for it, low, and just wide off the upright. Is it taking a deflection? No, it hasn't. And didn't quite hit it sweet enough, didn't he?
As you saw, the wall did jump, and if he hit that low and hard under the wall, that would be going in. You've seen those free kicks taken quite regularly when it's outside the box, just outside. So he should have kept that low and hard, and the wall should have stayed still.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that missed by was hard to pick up, but probably you're right. It should have gone under the wall rather than to try and find the corner as Carmody gets a long ball forward, looking for Esposito. Wooding gets his foot to it, finds Davis. Davis sends a long ball forward, looking up there for Strain, will not find him. It'll be United. They're leaving this ball for Davis, for Metro Stars. Wants to take a long one by the look of his run-up. Looking for Esposito, won't find him. Yengi now with Amiento. I'm not sure who he was looking for there, but it wasn't a great ball. Henderson wants to take Gamulka on. He does, but that's not a great ball. Wilson for United. Konstantopoulos gets his foot to it. Finds Yengi. Great work there by, it was Barr. He's been really good in defence. Quickly taken, finds Wooding. Switches play, Delosio on the far side. Long ball forward. That's not going to find Esposito either. And Richards will relieve the pressure.
So Richards for Adelaide United, the keeper. Right on 32 minutes play, still 0-0. Metro Stars up against Adelaide United. Lachlan Barr, you're right, he's probably one of the best on ground so far. As Solana goes to Esposito. He likes it around this area. Good tackle though by
He's hurt,
Carpenter.
Rob. He's hurt.
Clark has got it. He's on the ground. It's Esposito. Play goes on though. It is on the far side. Amiento goes left side, back to Amiento. He goes down and
That's
referee's
a dive. He's called that.
Goes
a
the
dive.
other
He's
way.
going to get a card for that. He's called.
Henderson has a go at him as well. And
Just
on
keep
the
an-
momentum, yeah, I suppose he dived there.
yeah, and just keep an eye here on
He's up.
There we go, slow-mo.
Esposito too, Rob, while you're doing that.
Yeah, he
He's
just fell to the ground.
He's getting up. He's okay.
Would be okay if it was on the momentum.
No,
where
I
he
was
fell.
talking about Esposito,
Yeah,
Rob.
I'm
I was
just saying-
keeping an eye on him. But
Yep.
yeah, on the momentum, I think he as Oscar Award
Made
there.
a meal out of it.
Oscar Award.
Good refereeing there by Verdecchio. Didn't make too much of it. Didn't make too much of the situation. Went there, give him a yellow card, diffused anything that was going to happen, and play goes on.
As Carmody sends a long ball forward.
Struggling with his goal kicks today.
He is struggling, but obviously that
It's a
win
breeze.
must have a bearing.
He can't even get it up. I don't think that's got to do with the wind. I think that's got to do with his technique. He can't even get the ball in the sky.
I'm glad we're talking about soccer there, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Robbie. That's what happens when you hit 60.
What happens when you hit 60, mate?
I don't know.
You go on a big drought, and that's what you think of.
Well, Rob hasn't hit 60 yet.
That has
so.
to be the comment of the year, what you just said. That's number one.
That's guaranteed at least another 100 views.
Put that in the archives, Jimbo.
Hey, Rob, that's guaranteed at least another 100 views, isn't it?
Bezos having a chat with the referee.
Asking him the question about the penalty situation.
Okay. You reckon that he was arguing about inside the box?
Oh, no, about the Armiento thing.
Oh, just the yellow card.
Yeah.
Carpenter now goes forward. It should be cleared here. Again, it was Barr. Best man on the ground for me. Gow finds Callisto. Callisto, well done by him there. Sends it forward, trying to find Strain. Brought down there by Strain. But look at the Adelaide United players. There's 4 around him. Eventually the ball goes out, and good work there. That was Devereaux there.
They're full of run, aren't they, these
Oh,
youngsters?
look, every time they get the ball, Rob.
We saw them last week
yeah.
at half-time. Come out at half-time and start doing sprints to warm up again.
And Ryan did make a point before the game. If it does go into extra time, I know who he's going to back.
And now the ball's over the halfway line, headed out there by Barr. Wooding was there as well. Got his head to it. And as far as Konstantopoulos. Adelaide United just pushing it around. Clark with the ball. Jared Clark switches play. He's been good too, Carpenter. He's had the ball a fair bit. He'll take the throw in. Looking for Devereaux possibly. Brook making a run. Yengi there as well. Decides to go to Armiento. Again, it's Metro Stars clearing it. Henderson with the ball hold up in the wind. That goes over the sideline for a throw in to Adelaide United. Carpenter. A few of the people on Facebook Live. Darren Andrews. Big hello. Paul's up here there as well. So watching it on Facebook Live, the Football Federation of SA's Facebook page as it goes. Free kick, not forgetting also on YouTube, FFSA NPL TV on the YouTube, or if you just put down on the YouTube Metro Stars versus Adelaide United, should be able to pick it up that way. Not forgetting on the Adelaide Web Radio, you can listen to the game, adelaidewebradio.com.au.
As Metro Stars try to go forward, Wooding in the middle of the park. Finds Esposito, but he gives away a free kick on Devereaux. And it will be Adelaide United to take this free kick. Carpenter over the ball. Sends a long ball forward. Looking up there for Irabona. Cleared there by Delosio. Looking for Gow, but in the middle of the park. Gamulka sends a Konstantopoulos. Back to Gamulka, finds Devereaux. Konstantopoulos. Good work here. Wooding now on the counter. Goes for Strain. Strain, can he get to that ball? Wilson. Strain. Good work there by Wilson. Great captain's job there that he did on Strain. Clears it and goes out, and it'll be a throw in to Metro Stars to be taken by Callisto.
So Callisto with the throw in. Still 0-0 here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Elimination final. It's curtains for the loser. And the winner advancing to the prelim against the loser of the Adelaide City Campbelltown game as Solana. Trying to control it. Gow was there too, but Adelaide United supreme in this first half. Yengi loses out though. Barr again. Solana and Wooding trying to get something going. Lachlan Barr again gets it out to Esposito. Davis was there. Also there was Amiento. Looking for support. Clark gets it out to Yengi in the way. Barr again. To his captain, Delosio. Davis tried to turn, do a little bit of a pirouette. Loses the ball. It's gone over the sideline. It'll be a throw in to Adelaide United.
On the far side, it's Carpenter to take this throw in. Right in front of his coach.
Pezos still arguing about something.
Oh, there was 2 balls on the park, I think. He's wanting them to take it quickly, maybe. Carpenter wants to take this. I'm not sure what the hold-up is. Eventually he does. Goes long, looking for Yengi. Here's Amiento. Still in possession. Carlo Amiento gets the ball across. Does take a shot eventually. Good work there by Carmody. Gets down quickly to it. Wants to throw this ball. Looking up there for Davis. Beaten to it by Carpenter. Delosio. Adelaide United really putting the pressure every time Metro get the ball. They're closed down so quickly. Davis, and that wind seems to be picking up, Ryan. Is it even stronger than it was before by the looks of it?
Got some dark clouds coming too.
No, it's not that bad, the wind.
Gee, that ball just went back to where they kicked it from.
It's just now, just in the last probably 10 to 15 seconds, has picked up. But the wind did die down for quite a bit of that half. I think there's rain coming in, boys.
Yeah.
Dark clouds just behind me. So when's half time?
Very soon.
You might need an
I
umbrella.
don't think I'll be doing the halftime interview. I think I'll be interviewing you guys at halftime.
Okay, so it is Davis with the ball. The far side. If it goes in a 0-0, I think Metros will be happy as that ball is it's virtually going backwards. Holds up well as it goes over the sideline. On the far side, as Adelaide United, Blocker Wilson got past 1, got past 2, goes to Itabona. He's got pace. He controls it. Goes one way, then the other. Goes back in board, looking for a shot. Decides to go to Brook. Brook can crack it from there. Does so. Takes a deflection. And cut out there by keeper Carmody.
I'll tell you, a shot on target, Rob, with some venom is going to have goalkeepers
Especially this
in
ground.
trouble, especially the way that this rain is coming in and the wind's very strong. I mean, that ball's just about going back to where they kicked it from as Callisto gets a long ball forward.
Rain's coming
But
down.
As we can see, the rain is just starting to pelt down. It's going to make it even harder to control this ball as Yengi goes up. Looking up there, it was Irabona looking up there for Amiento. Here's Strain, gets a little push in the back there by Wilson. Here's Esposito, 3 players around him, gets brought down. There's a bit of shoving and pushing between Devereaux and Strain.
I did forecast rain. I
Is
did
it
say that
Wilson
in the afternoon.
there's got a yellow card. I'm not
Blocker?
sure. Was that for dissent? I'm not sure
I
what
think
that
it
was for.
Yep.
Might have been dissent, but to Wilson has got a yellow card. He's going to have to be careful. This is the problem with getting yellow cards, especially when you're a defender. You've got to be careful on your next tackle. This ball might come all the way back to Wooding, Rob, with this wind.
So it's 2 yellow cards so far.
It is.
Yep.
And Wooding now ready to take this free kick. He's going to have to hit it fairly hard. Waiting for referee Vidicchio to take this free kick. Wooding tries to go back post, looking up there for Solana. Gets his head to it. Strain, that was Barr. Here's an opportunity. Strain, is it? Can he get his
Yes.
foot to it?
Ooh.
Oh! Gee, what an opportunity there for Strain. Just couldn't find the target. And that's probably the first time that Metro Stars have come close to scoring a goal in this half or in this game so far. And it will be a corner to be taken by Gow.
Anyhow, at least Ryan can interview someone from where he is at the moment.
Don't worry, boys, you cannot find me.
I can see you.
I'm actually surrounded near the change rooms with some...
It's not where's Wally, it's where's Ryan.
Where's Ryan? I'm actually surrounded some players. They keep me nice and warm. I've gone into the Metro Stars change room, get my hot tea ready, so ready for a big second half.
Metro Stars trying to get to the ball as the rain's going. I think it's going to let up, guys. That left side of the... It looks very dark. Disappointing. And a good game here. So it'll be a throw-in for Adelaide United on the far side. Just approaching 44 minutes, still 0-0. Difficult conditions. As the throw-in is taken. Goes down the line. Looking for a play, and it goes over the sideline once again.
It'll be Carpenter, I think, on the far side to take this throw in for Adelaide United. We're into the 45th minute of this game, and as Rob said, it is coming down. On the far side, it is Davis for Metro Stars to take this throw in. Metro coming home with the wind in the second half, and I think it will make a huge difference. It is really, really difficult at the moment for players out there. Not only do they have to contend with the wind, here's an opportunity for Esposito. Wants Callisto on the overlap. Gee, it goes behind him. Callisto's going to go all the way back to Henderson. Henderson, good work by him. Mirabona right with him. Henderson gets it forward, but the wind takes it out. It'll be a throw in here to Adelaide United to be taken by Konstantopoulos. Konstantopoulos here. So and there's the whistle. I think the referee wants to go in too, Rob. There's no added time. Basically played, 5 seconds of added time in this first half. And referee Christian Verdicchio blows the whistle for half time.
So players are going in. It is raining here. Scores at other grounds. It's still 0-0. Played 13 minutes there thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. But Adelaide City have got a man sent off. Got a red card there, so that's 0-0 at the moment. But half-time here. Hopefully Ryan can get someone as they're walking out. It's a bit difficult, but see what he can do. But a good first half. I reckon Adelaide United certainly on top.
I've got Paul Blocker-Wilson here. How does that first half go for you boys today?
Yeah, it was a battle. It was hard work. I mean, they came at us, we came at them. You know, it's finals football. Look at the pitch, you know. Can't really play in this, but we know we're trying.
What are you guys going to do different in the second half to try and get the result before 90 minutes ends?
Well, we're against the wind, so we obviously have to start playing. I mean, they're going to be lobbing it over the top, so we just have to be working hard to make sure it doesn't get in behind us. We've got the pace. We've shown that we can threaten on the break, so we just got to keep trying. It'll come. I think it'll come.
Good luck for the second half, bud.
Well done, Ryan. Having a chat to Blocker himself.
Don't worry, bud. I was stalking him. I was outside the change rooms.
Well done. The weather's still drizzling a little bit. Is any chance of the weather look to your left, mate, or over your top?
No chance.
Doesn't look good anyhow, but good first half. Just a couple of people on the Facebook Live. Georgie Sampson. Glad I'm home watching this now from Georgie Sampson. Darren Andrews, so am I. Good first half call. Shame about conditions. Neil Henderson, I think it's Timmy Henderson's dad, all the way from Germany.
Oh, wow.
So a big hello to Neil Henderson as well. So Jimenez as well, having the state of the pitch with these conditions. But the state of the pitch, it's been like that for the last few weeks. It's not too bad considering we've had a lot of rain.
Yeah, Rob, I mean, look, there are two teams out there. They're both playing on the same pitch. I think Adelaide United in the first half has been the better of the two teams. It just looked a little bit more dangerous. But we're still to see how Adelaide United are going to cope playing against the wind, because I think it is a little bit more difficult.
The wind picked up, not just the rain, but the wind is picked up quite a bit. So it's going to be difficult in the second half for Adelaide United now to go the opposite direction. But speaking of Paul Wilson, in that half-time little break there, they definitely understand what they've got up. They definitely know what's coming against them in this second half. So don't be surprised. I still feel this game now with the weather is going to go deep into extra time.
Yeah. I think you're right.
Okay, Cassandra, just looking at the stats, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
Thank you to Chemist King Hectorville. So, yeah, obviously Metro were quieter up front. They Adelaide United look very defensively compact, like you were saying before, Pezos' tactics there. So the only two on target and off target. 9 shots there for Adelaide United, so quite a few chances for them. A corner each and 7 fouls for Adelaide United compared to the 4 for Metro.
Thanks, Cassandra. So it is half-time here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Conditions have certainly soured, but the scoreline is still 0-0. So plenty of highlights on the reel. We'll take a bigger break and we'll be back after the highlights. Thank you.
Why can RAA provide better service to South Australians?
Well, morning, Deb.
Morning, Sam. If there's a storm, we already know there's a storm.
Hey, Deb.
Hi, Ben. Or if you're broken down, we know exactly where the street is.
Netball tonight, Deb?
Go Tigers. We understand things that affect locals.
Morning, Deb.
Morning, ladies. And we can make difficult situations easier because...
You're locals too?
Yes, that's why we can do more for South Australians. Thanks for coming out to replace my battery.
No worries. It's all part of our service. We come to you anywhere, anytime, and installation is no extra.
No way.
Way, you get more. Call us or go to raa.com.au.
Okay, we're back here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Conditions, if you look to your left there, guys, I can see blue skies coming up, so that might have blown through quite quickly. As you see on your monitor at the moment, there's, is that the coach's dugout? It's like they can have a bit of a party in that coach's dugout. There's the cameraman's there as well, hiding in there. It's repeating the halftime scores. It is Metro Stars nil, Adelaide United nil. Well, Adelaide United probably dominated that first half. I think it's going to be a hard job for them in the second half. Tony and Cassandra, it's going to be difficult for United against the Breeze.
Yeah, I think it's the same either way, Rob. I mean, they've got to be careful, both sides. The difference between Adelaide United and Metro Stars is that United just have that little bit more speed than Metro Stars up front. But I'll tell you what, as I said, if a shot goes on target, the goalkeepers are going to have a hell of a time trying to save it, Rob, especially if it's got any venom behind it as both teams come out. And I don't think there's been any changes to this lineup for both teams in this game so far. Players that have played really well in the first half. I think best man on ground for me, Lachlan Barr, the Metro Stars, has been brilliant. And on the other side, even Paul Wilson, both defenders, Rob, for the respective teams have been in great form. Sandra?
I agree, I agree with you there. And Lachlan Brook as well, he's been quite dangerous for Adelaide United up front. They just need to get the ball into the back of the net.
It's going to be hard against the Breeze for
but
United.
It will, yeah, that's right.
In this second half, so...
just remember, Rob, they're a lot younger. They're probably a lot...
There they go, their warm-ups again.
They can go all day. I mean, their average age, I'm not sure, but, gee, would it be any more than 20, Rob? Maybe less. And you're talking against Metro Stars, who have got a few players that
you see
have
on
been
the
around
monitor,
for a little while.
They're running and doing exercises. I can't see that, Tony. Why they do that?
Well, they just need to warm up properly, Rob. But as I said,
aren't they warmed? Or
well, they can do it.
I like it.
They can do it because they're a young team.
Yeah.
Their fitness levels would be extremely high against Metro Stars. They've certainly got some experience. David Henderson's been around for a while. Solanya's been around for a while. Delosio's been around for a while. We've got a few. Esposito's been. So, who are the fitter of the two? If it goes into extra time, you'd like to say that it will be youth versus experience.
Experience, exactly. Experience could win out. You never know. Where's Ryan? We found him.
I think he's in the bar. He's at the bar with 10 coffees.
There you go. I got you.
Here I am, boys. Here I am.
I got the player of the match wine in here as well, mate.
Oh, okay.
I'll come. We've got the sun back for you, mate.
Yeah, you know what? It is absolutely blue skies, so I'm actually looking forward to this.
Whoever wins, tell him to come in. We'll give it to him inside.
Yeah, we'll do it inside because I'll freeze. He'll freeze. I'll freeze.
Toughen up, Ryan. Toughen up, mate.
Tell him if he doesn't pick it up, we'll drink it.
Yeah, we'll need it. Oh man, it's just mingling in with all the supporters during that halftime break. It was fantastic, actually.
But looking to your left there, Ryan, conditions have changed.
The wind. See, you can see that grey cloud on the camera there. That's just blowing over there. That was pretty strong rain, pretty strong wind. But it's hard for the camera to pick up now because it's behind the bar or the stand here. It's all blue skies. The wind is still like it was in that first half. The wind before the rain came in. So still got a little bit of a breeze blowing left to right. But it's definitely, I'm glad the rain has stopped because we wanted a very exciting second half, and I think that's what we're going to get now.
Certainly right, as kick-out's just about underway. Look, repeating that score, Adelaide City and Campbelltown, it was 0-0. And Adelaide City have had a man sent off, so it's going to be tough for them to go through.
I think it was.
Sorry?
Evan Kostopoulos.
Oh, you got that.
You're losing your touch, Robbie.
No, she's well oiled with Adelaide City, don't worry.
Yeah, she sure is.
She's got all the information with
Adelaide United TV. Oh, Adelaide City, sorry. Adelaide City, sorry. Adelaide City TV.
Close enough.
So 26 minutes there, it's 0-0 Adelaide City, Campbelltown. Tony.
Callisto takes the throw in, looking up there for Strain, won't find him. It should be cleared here by United. Wooding gets his head to it. Here's an opportunity now for Esposito. Good work here. Solana, who's he got? He's got players in front of him, but won't find anyone. Get cleared there. It was Brooke. Got his foot to it. Be the first throw in of the second half, or I should say the second throw in, to be taken by Callisto. Wanting some movement. Looks up there for Strain. Can't beat the players from United to it. Eventually the ball goes out. Another throw in. This time it will go to Adelaide United as the sun is streaming over the ground at the moment. Soon Ryan will be complaining it's too hot, Rob.
I've taken my jacket off already, boys. I'm starting to sweat.
In actual fact, it's a free kick. I'm not sure what that was for, Rob. But
so Adelaide United with the free kick. It is 0-0. The commencement of the second half. Metro Stars kicking towards the left. They are kicking towards kicking towards the right. That's better. Got to know my left from my right. So if you're watching the game, the red and yellow stripes. And obviously Adelaide United kicking towards the left of the screen in the white, blue shorts, blue socks and blue sleeves. As Amiento, left side. A couple of plays to beat. Goes over the sideline. It will be a throw-in to Blake Carpenter. Looking for some movement. Yengi provides a move. Might go long. Actually goes to Amiento. Well, good turn by Amiento. He's got to go on his left foot. Loses out. That was Barr again. Esposito can't quite get to it. Gamulka goes to play there in Konstantopoulos. Devereaux. So United just pushing it around. Goes to Clark, goes to his captain in Blocker Wilson. Looking for support, goes short. Could have been a handball there. It was.
Question for you boys, and hopefully maybe questions for the listeners. I was just thinking of, as a coach, it's elimination final, 0-0 currently. You get to the 60th, 65th minute. Are you trying to get a result before the 90 runs out? Or are you going to try and save some substitutions for maybe if it does go into extra time?
Oh, I'd be getting a result every time.
Every time, yeah.
I'm in Metro Stars in the midfield. I think that they're not playing as well as Adelaide United. That's probably one spot that he could look for some substitutions. As Gow now in possession. He loses possession. Probably hasn't had the game that I saw him have last time. Gamulka now sends it wide, finds a Brooke. Brooke's got players in the middle, gets the ball across, comes off of Delosio's back, still with Brooke, gets it in board. Devereaux switches play on the far side. Konstantopoulos, can he get the ball in? No, he can't. The ball goes out. It'll be a corner. It is. It's a corner to Adelaide United. And they've started the second half just like they finished the first, Rob. All out. They're very comfortable. They want this goal.
I would like to see the viewers, what they think, the listeners, what they think. If they were coach, put your coaching cap on. Would you save your substitutions or maybe one substitution up your sleeve just in case it does go into extra time? Or would you make your substitutions now to get that result like it would be a normal home and away fixture? It'd be interesting.
So Amiento with the corner kick. It'll be a left-footer swinger. It's a low one. Clark trying to help its way in towards the goal, but Adelaide United still got the ball. Looking for a way in. The cross there, looking for Clark. Chance! And just wide. Is that Yengi? It was.
That was
was
Yengi,
Yengi.
but it's corner, boys. That came off Lachlan Barr.
Gee, had their chance against the breeze too. So it'll be a corner kick. What are we up to in the corner kicks, Cassandra?
2 for Adelaide United, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
Just thinking, listening to you, Tony, about that Hamish Gow. Just quickly, he is up against midfielders his own age, who are the best in the state. So it is a good sort of game for him to see where he's at
So
as a
corner
player.
kick taken. It's cleared by Esposito in the back.
was,
Yeah.
Rob, yeah.
That was a corner kick.
Marveggio with a great touch.
Austin Doppler's corner kick it was.
So it's a good test for the young Gow to see where he's at in his game of football and his overall game up against players at his own age who are the best in the state.
Carpenter with a throw in. Goes to Irabona. It's all Adelaide United in the second half too, eh? They're just using it quite nicely. They're using the ground, not going long. Metro Stars trying to clear it. Only as far as Devereaux. Irabona goes short to Gamolka. Trying to find the ball. Henderson trying to clear it. Gamolka putting pressure on him. It's cleared only as far as blocker Wilson. Metro Stars, Wooding, Davis, tussling with Carpenter. Carpenter wins out, goes to Clark, Jared Clark trying to clear it. Goes to Yengi, good work, Adelaide United. Carpenter again, but loses out to his opposition player there in Gow's trying to clear, only as far as Irabona. So United again, Metro's making mistakes in the back lines. Trying to win the ball. It's still United with the ball on that far side. Can't quite pick it up. Is that Konstantopoulos trying to go round a couple of players? And that's come unstuck, and away go Metro Stars.
Metro Stars trying to go forward.
Free kick, boys.
It is a
Little
free
bit
kick.
of tussle.
I think Gow is struggling in the midfield, Ryan. If that would be the change that I would make, probably bring in Charalumbus or even
Dorba.
even
You bring
Dorba.
Callisto
Yep.
into the centre of the park, add a little bit of grunt in there, and bring Dorba on that left-hand side. So I don't think Callisto's not an out-and-out left winger or left-sided player. Yeah, he can do a job, but he hasn't really tested Konstantopoulos too much to get into one-on-one positions as a fullback. And Dorba will. He's an attacking type of player, loves getting in one-on-one positions, and he'll do that. But that's something that you may change in the next 5 minutes. Just settle everything down.
Yeah.
The rain has added a bit of zing onto the pitch, boys. It has added a little bit of skid. Hence why Adelaide United using the conditions now perfectly. They're knocking the ball around. The ball's hitting with some pace.
So Gapsianis just wrote in, is it true, extra time, you allowed an extra player to come on? Nothing. It might be.
No, yeah, 3 substitutions.
No.
Only 3? I've seen that
Where
somewhere.
did you get that from? Gee.
Robbie, you might have saw
What
that.
game were you playing? Bocce
No,
or
the
something?
women's
The
game.
women's game.
The women's game
Yeah.
do it. The women's
Okay.
game do it. Could be a new rule,
How
I
long
don't
have you
know.
been
Not for the
commentating,
men.
Rob?
I was about to say, Robbie.
I saw it in the women's game. I'm sorry, guys. But I'm just telling you.
Let's concentrate on the men's
And
game
it's
here
the
at the moment.
Facebook page that said it, not me.
Okay, has Wooding now. Can he get the ball across? No, he can't. It will be a goal kick. And
So obviously, Gabe, it's no.
as it'll be a goal kick here.
Well, it happens in the women's game. Why can't it happen in the men's game? I think it makes sense to me.
There's a bit of movement, boys, down in the Metro Stars bench. You'll see Matthew Dorba is getting unstripped.
I'll
Shin
predict
pads on.
that Gow comes off, Ryan.
I think that's a very good prediction there. I think you'll see that with Callisto moving into the midfield.
As Metro Stars.
Ooh.
Gee,
The keeper was
Good
off his
idea.
line
it
too.
was, but just couldn't get the purchase on that one, could he, Rob?
That was Esposito, and he's always got good vision. He knows where the goalkeeper is. If he got good purchase, Richards could have been in some serious trouble.
So it is Metro Stars starting to get something going. They're going into attack through Callisto. Chance. Oh, I tell you what, is that? Oh, it's opposite. It's gone the other way.
That's very unlucky there by Strain. That's a bit of good
I'm
body
sure there
work.
was a lot in that.
There's
Let's
a-
just have a look. Whoa.
Not a lot in that. You're right.
Very good body work. Very, very lucky for the young left fullback Blake
It was
Carpenter.
one-on-one, wasn't it?
Very lucky there because he did get out-muscled quite easily.
So the free kick taken, back header. Bar once again in the way. Up in the air it goes. United with a chance. No, it's cleared. Captain Delosio looking for the play there. Goes to Esposito. That was strained before. Ends up with Solania's being a little bit quiet. Normally does get the ball a lot. He's got the ball now. Well, now I think he's running himself into trouble too. Brooke has won it. Well done, the youngster. Likely type 2 Brooke. He wins it. Tussle. Well done, Solania, on the comeback. And they've won themselves a throw-in.
And in saying that, this is where I think Metro Stars are falling down a little bit. Solania, Gow, just not looking as strong as the midfield of Adelaide United and just giving away the ball a couple of times there. That's where they have to make a change, whether it be Solania or Gow. Just maybe have to get a little bit more strength and in that midfield, because I think if there's a difference between the two teams, that's where it is.
Just got a message on Facebook Live again. Petros Katsiakailas. New law from next season, guys, used in World Cup. It was used in the World Cup, wasn't it? It was. Extra time.
Yeah, you might be right on that one, Rob.
Of course
But
I'm
it's
right.
not here yet.
No,
So,
might not be.
So that lady that messaged in, she's right on the mark there,
Gabe
Rob.
is a guy, not a good
Is
lady.
it? Sorry, I thought you said...
Gabe Sianis.
Okay.
I think you know
I know who it is, yes.
Okay, meantime, it is Metro Stars. We've cleaned all that up. Solania. Solania goes into attack. It's cut out there by Adelaide United defence through Clark. Clark looking for Yenga. Terrible ball. And certainly Lachlan Barr high in the best players today. Aiden Urquhart saying he should be MVP at this stage. He's up there.
Oh, well, I agree so far. But, gee, there's been some terrible balls. Gow wins possession in the middle of the park. Solania now gets it out wide. And, gee, they just cannot find their targets at the moment. Solania struggling, Gow struggling. Solania on his haunches just before. Obviously, there will be a substitute made soon. Yep.
Yeah, Dorbo
Brian?
is getting ready, boys. You know what I love about our beautiful game over the AFL is that we make changes to the rules, but changes that make
sense.
Yeah, make sense and adds benefits to our game.
100%.
Just doesn't add rules for the sake of adding rules.
I think that's a good rule.
And I actually do like that rule, because the reason being is, as a coach, you know you've got 3 substitutions and you can just go for the game. You're not trying to play a game of chess and like, do I hold back, do I not hold back?
Yeah.
You've got 3 subs, let's go for this result. So it's still an entertaining game for those 90 minutes.
Does that mean we can have 17 players on the team sheet?
Well, in World Cup, no, but in
Excuse
World
the pun.
Cups and Europe's and European leagues, you have 7 on the bench. And I think that rule needs to be introduced here in Australia. In European leagues, you have 7 on the bench.
Yep.
And those 7, it gives
Plus
the
the
coaches...
goalkeeper?
And plus the goalkeeper. It gives coaches flexibility to use his bench wisely. And it makes the game... It makes a good game. And that's what I love about our beautiful game is, okay, we're introducing a rule next year, and they've already started with the World Cup with that 3-1 in extra time. It's beneficial to our game. It adds more excitement. And that's what I love about our game. It's not just let's chuck in a rule and see if this works again. Or
100%.
it's wonderful.
Blocker Wilson ends up with Brooke. Still no score here at TK Shutter Reserve. Don't forget today's match proudly brought to you by Boral. It's 0-0 Metro Stars, Adelaide United, right hand side of the park. Austin Dopplers, he's been up there too. He's been good. Looking backwards though. Blocker Wilson again. Captain Wilson chips it up. Not holding that much. The breeze might have died down. You can see the flags, not as busy.
I don't know where he got that free kick from. I had a look at the linesman to see if it was offside, and it wasn't. So he's plucked the free kick out of the air, and I don't know where it's from. I think he's got to allow a little bit of, no disrespect to Christian's been a great referee today, but he's got to allow a little bit of the bodywork. This is finals.
So it is Adelaide United trying to get to the ball. Is Amiento wins it. Goes short to Gamulka. He's playing a good game again. Looks for support. It's come off a Metro Stars play. Goes to Wooding. Solania, that's making too many mistakes at the moment, Metros. It goes to Devereaux. That's come unstuck as well, and away go Metro Stars, left-hand side.
Metro Stars, Callisto finds Esposito. He wants to switch play. Good ball. Wooding now. Can he take a shot? He should have taken a shot. Here's Davis. Goes back in board, but gee, why wouldn't Woody take a shot? With this
wasn't
wind,
a bad option.
But with this wind, Rob, that ball could go anywhere. You've got to try and do that. In the meantime, it was Henderson trying to get the ball in, trying to find Wooding on the back post, didn't do so. Oh, gee, a missed kick there. Here's Yengi. He's got two players around him. Yengi, will he take a shot? He does. Not a great one. It will be cleared here by Metro Stars. What an opportunity there for Adelaide United. Wooding comes out, finds Davis. Davis, a few gaps opening, and gee, another bad ball. Am I seeing things out there, Ryan, or is it that wind? It looks like it's calmed down.
It's got nothing to do with the wind,
excuse.
boys. It's got absolutely nothing to do with the wind.
These guys look tired.
Yeah, both teams are trying to force it here. They've just got to settle down a little bit and just let the ball do the work. Don't force the pass. Don't try and find the impossible. Keep it simple. Play the game. Play your twos. Play your threes. Make the ball do the work and play good football. The goal will come. The team that plays a good football will win the game.
Right-hand side it is at the moment. Gamolka looking for support. Goes down. Itabona. Referee waves play on. Callisto got up towards Strain. Davis, no pressure on him at the moment. Wins the ball. Probably go backwards to his captain in Delosio. He'll look short pass to Barr. Left side to Henderson. Even further left to Callisto. Gets that long, terrible. Oh, is it? No, yeah, terrible pass. I thought maybe Davis could have ran onto that.
I have to say Metro Stars are struggling to put two passes together at the moment. The options in the middle of the park are not there. When players get the ball, here's the first substitution.
You're right,
it will
Tony.
be Dorba for Gal. And I'm not sure if Solonia's that far behind him, to be honest, because he looks like he's struggling out there. And we'll see what changes are made structurally to the team, Ryan, if you can just pick that up.
Yeah, they've put Lachlan Barr into midfield, into the holding midfield where Solonia was. Solonia's moved up to where Gow was. Delosio's moved into the centre of defence. Just wait 2 secs, see where this ball goes.
So Dorba with the ball. Right-hand side, lets it go over the line. He'll win himself the throw-in.
Justin Davies has moved into the right centre-back position, allowing Dorba to take his spot on the right wing-back.
So Davis goes backwards. Ends up with Captain Delosio. I think they're having problems with this sun against this glass with the players' eyes. At the moment, it's reflecting. So the ball is with Adelaide United. In the back lines, it's Wilson. Right-hand side.
No, boys, what they've done, they've actually changed now to a 4-4-2. Strain and Esposito playing the two strikers, two midfielders in Wooding and Solania. Dorba right mid, Callisto left mid.
So it's Yengi. He's got the ball, clears it. Is Wilson. Referee sees an infringement. Might be another yellow card here. Goes to Henderson. Henderson with a yellow card. 3 yellow cards to Cassandra.
3 yellows, yep.
2 for Adelaide United and 1 for Metro Stars. Wilson and Amiento getting it for United. And obviously Henderson for Metro Stars. I wonder if that comes into calculation as well, the yellow cards for next week. Maybe somebody gets a yellow, I think it's 2 yellow cards,
Yeah.
you miss a game.
That's it.
So Adelaide United with the free kick on the far side. Constantopoulos and Amiento. Amiento will probably swing it in, or is that Constantopoulos? Runs over, Amiento. Swings it and chance, Yengi.
Oh, Yengi got up. He's got to do better.
Got there and did the good work, but his header went wide.
Yeah, Yengi, I like this player. I think he can go a long way. He plays that striker's role really well with his back to the goal quite often, pushes off of players. He's got some talent, this lad. He's just got to get his radar a little bit better at the moment, but he's had a couple of opportunities and he looks dangerous. I think he looks a lot more dangerous than what the strikers of Metro Stars. I think Metro Stars strikers are just playing a little bit too far away from their defenders. I'd like to see them play off the shoulder a little bit, especially with this assistance of the wind, as Gamulka now goes out wide, finds his captain.
I agree with you there, Tony, but just having a look at Esposito and Strain's runs, they're doing a good job, but the midfielders aren't giving them the service they require.
Yeah, you're right, I think. Here's an opportunity now. Irabona takes, that was a shot there by Lachlan Brook. Couldn't get any purchase on that. Here's Dorber in the middle of the park. Dorber wants to send it long, but has to take Davis as an option. Dorber couldn't keep the ball under control. It will go out. There's a throw in here to Adelaide United. United with this throw in. Yengi, he's always the option, especially with his head. He's obviously very, very strong. Gets it to Brook. Brook wants to find Amiento. Cut out there by Henderson. Sends it long. Looking up there for Esposito. Probably won't find him. Wilson now clears the ball, goes out, and it will be a throw in here to Metro Stars.
I think with the striker, what we lack here in this country, not just in our local leagues, but also in the A-League, is strikers like Viduka back in the day that imposed themselves in games. I think a lot of strikers these days that we're producing don't impose themselves in games. They're looking for just cheap little runs off the shoulder. They're not looking for the ball or making themselves options. I think that's what we lack, a real good, imposing striker that can play both parts of the game.
So Davis with the ball goes backwards. Delosio still locked in at 0-0. Who's going to break the deadlock? As Metro Stars, after all that happened during the week, can they advance on that far side at the moment? Trying to get something going, but it's cleared here by Adelaide United. Yengi having a good second half. Goes back to Konstantopoulos on that far side. He's had a pretty good game. Devereaux goes into attack, looking for the shortest guy in the field just about, Irabona. He was never going to get that. As it goes cleared, Dorber, chance. Would have got body checked then.
I don't understand these balls by Adelaide United. In the first half, when they were playing little 1-2s and that, they were really causing Metro Stars a bit of grief. Second half, they came out and did the same. Now they're trying these long balls again to these players against Lachlan Barr, Delosio, Henderson, who are experienced defenders. They've got to go back to their game. Stop trying to find the impossible ball.
I think what they're trying to do is get the speed of some of the Irabona and also Yengi against probably the older of the defenders there. But as you said, as far as the Delosio and also Barr, they've been excellent this afternoon. I don't think you're going to beat them with those type of balls. But both teams, I think, have been a little bit ordinary with their passing. In the last third at the moment, as it is Carpenter to go forward. But again, those balls are not finding their marks as Jared Clark goes across.
The reason why they're not finding their mark is they're trying to make, like I keep saying, the impossible, the possible, and it's not working. They've got to try and keep it simple. Just look for the ball. Let the ball do the work. Play your little passes. Get the defenders moving. Get Delosio and Barr moving by the speed of the ball, not by going on 100-metre sprints.
So Metro Stars into attack. Right-hand side, Davis. Can he get to it? No, don't think so. No. Goes over the sideline for a goal kick. So it'll be the keeper. Take this goal kick in Isaac Richards.
And I think that's what Metro Stars wanted Adelaide United to do, because in that first game against Comets, they did all those little passes and really made Comets really work their structures. And Metro Stars have made Adelaide United fall into the game of trying to knock these long balls and trying to make the impossible the possible. So credit to Metro Stars, but Adelaide United, you got to show a little bit of maturity now. You're not youth players. You have to show a bit of maturity. You got to keep to your guns and keep to your game plans.
They go into attack. Metro Stars just not going into attack with rhythm at the moment. Metros as Adelaide United.
Like that's a hopeful ball.
Into attack at a Bonner. Against the breeze, they've got to use the feet as it goes to Dorber. Just over the half, just over the sideline it is. Quickly taken throw in there by Davis. Dorber's got it. Strain back to Dorber. Here they go. They won in extra time last week, Metros. Can they do it before the extra time starts? Played just on 70 minutes, approaching.
At that time, Wooding had no space in front of him and he chooses to have a shot.
So it's a throw on the far side of the ground. Quickly taken. Cut out there by blocker Wilson, captain. United trying to get something going. Very scrappy in this second half.
I want to see one midfield of one team to take this game by the scruff of the neck and really change the style of the game and really change the tempo. And I'd like to see like a Lachlan Brook or something. He's trying to make the next grade. He's trying to make the next step up. I know you're younger type player, but you need to show it at this level. Have you got the maturity to change?
Konstantopoulos has got it. Looking to get through. As it goes to Dorber. Just can't get something
that was
going.
Strain, Rob.
Strain, sorry.
Now it's Dorber.
Now it's Dorber with the ball. Trying to go to Davis. Metro Stars looking dangerous at the moment with this play. Goes back to Dorber. It's got 3 plays to beat. Devereaux runs away with the ball. Trying to go into attack. Finds Yankee. He's got no plays to help him at the moment. He'll have to go on his own. He won't get past Barr, and he's given away a free kick on the far side.
Yangi's playing a lone hand up front. I'll make a prediction. This boy's going to go a long way, Rob, this Yangi. He's got some talent and he's got a good size about him. I think he's going to go a long way as a striker.
Konstantopoulos is down, boys.
I think a lot of the players are feeling it out there. Obviously, the ground heavy and they're feeling it. This last, what are we into, the 72nd minute of this game.
Half-time down there at Campbelltown's ground. It's 0-0. Thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. As Konstantopoulos is getting some treatment. They haven't made a change yet, have they?
No changes, no changes.
They've got a few players.
But that's what I was saying. I want to see these players who are on the verge of taking the next step for Adelaide United really start to impose themselves in this game, like a Lachlan Brook. I know you're younger than some of these players, but you've got to have the maturity to take the next step. And these are the games where you can. All right, we're playing hopeful balls. We're not sticking to our structures. Give me the ball, boys. Let me show you how to play the game now. Follow my lead. Let's play passes. Let's play triangles. Let's stick to our structures. They're the things that your coaches at the next level look at, not just what you can do when things are going well.
So it looks like he's going to be substituted, Ryan.
The trainer's come on, so he's had to come off.
Okay. So it looks like he'll come back on then. As he waits on the sideline, waiting for the referee to wave him back on. As the play is underway. Yes, now he's waved on. As the ball is in the defence of United. Blocker Wilson, he's got a big future as well. Goes short, Devereaux was there. Goes over the sideline.
Let's face it, both defences have been exceptional this afternoon. I mean, you've got Delosio, you've also got Lachlan Barr and Davis have been really, really good, as opposed to Wilson. Carpenter's been really good. Both defences.
Substitution, boys. Callisto's off and Morris is on. So the left mid of Callisto is now being replaced by
Colin Morris. He's a good player to have to come on. There's also got a striking option of Charulumbus to come on as the throw-in is taken, going into attack. Strain against Clark. Clark lets it go over the goal line. It will be a goal kick. Taken here by Richards. Looks like both teams are tired at the moment. Just can't get something going. As Richards will take this goal kick. Just waiting for a few of the boys to move forward or to move into attack. Goes towards the right-hand side, goes over the sideline. Will be a throw-in to Metro Stars. Goes out to Wooding. They go with the ball towards Solania. As it's cleared, only as far as Henderson. Wooding again. Now they switch play. Can they get something going? Goes left-hand side. Looking for support. They go backwards to Barr. They go right-hand side. Switch play to Davis. He gets it on to Dorber. Dorber keeps it in play. Looks for the cross. Gets a cross chance for Metro Stars. Adelaide United do try and clear it, and they do clear it. Again, Metro Stars in Wooding. Esposito back to Wooding. Wooding tries to dink one from there and into the arms of the keeper in Richards.
Just quickly, Robbie, do you know what happened to Barbiero? He was on...
Yeah, apparently it's his father's birthday today or something like that, I was told. So couldn't be here, 60th birthday or something like that.
Up.
As Solania tries to get that ball. Dorber now in possession. Matthew Dorber, not a great shot there for Dorber. Had some help up front.
Bit of a waste there.
Esposito, look at it. He's not happy about that.
And that's what I was saying before, Tony, about 10, 15 minutes ago with the strikers. Yeah, you want to play together, but looking for the ball. They're getting into positions, but the midfield of Metro and the ball's coming to them. They're not getting it to them, and they're giving it to them in difficult situations. They get Strain and Esposito are both getting very, very frustrated.
Yeah, I think both teams are making mistakes at the moment. And fatigue could be a factor. I mean, obviously, as we said, the ground is heavy. The wind has been hard to contend with as Richard gets it forward. Tries to find Yengi. Yengi's been really, really good this afternoon. Henderson, I'm not sure what that was. It was a clearance at best. Straight into the arms of Richards. He releases quickly. Clark sends a long ball forward. Should be cut out here by my man of the match so far in Barr.
Bit of movement down the Adelaide United bench. They're calling over to the referee.
And here it is, the first sub. And let's see who does come out.
Jai.
So
Gamolka's off, boys.
Gamolka off, and is it Jai King-Byrne on? Yes, it is, I think. Yes, it is. So Gamolka off, Jai King-Byrne on. So both teams have now made substitutions. We're into the 78th minute of this game. Danger period. Whoever scores here could find themselves into the next round, because I can't see 2 goals in this game. They've been struggling all afternoon to hit target.
You might need your battery changed, Brian.
No battery. Battery's fine. Come and get the wine.
I'm hearing something on that battery as it goes. See if it's orange.
No. It's green. My eyes are good, Robbie.
Cohen Morris with the ball. Looking for support. Goes backwards to Henderson. Who can break the deadlock? Right hand side. Not a good ball. It's been their story all day, I think. Metros just can't seem to find the body. There's a clearance only as far as Morris. They go into attack now. Right hand side. Davis. He's got the ball. Got past 1, got past 2, can't get past 3 or 4, but chance! Keeper safe, still a chance for the, well done the keeper.
That was Solania with a shot, Rob.
With Richards. Saving. And he'll clear the ball for Adelaide United. They go into attack.
Gee, Solania, what a great opportunity there. Good save there by Richards. Here's Amiento. Takes on 1, takes on 2, still got possession.
Oh, well done.
Finds Yengi, here's an opportunity. Back post, oh my word. Who is that trying to pick that up? Is that Brooke?
Devereaux, I think.
No, I think it might have been Brooke, just basically tripped over his own feet.
Look
there,
at the
Rob.
replay. He had time to control it.
Yeah, he tripped
He didn't
over.
have to.
He overran the ball, I think, Rob. Wasn't expecting it.
No, he had time to control, look up and hit it.
Gee, what an opportunity there for Adelaide United. So in the last...
See?
Plenty of
Oh,
time.
gee.
Yeah, plenty of time to control.
Yeah, right there,
Should have
Rob.
looked around.
Could have had a cup of tea. It's gone.
So we had,
It's hard to hit it first time
and he'd been taken off too.
with his pitch.
He's been taken off. So Brooks come off. I'm trying to pick up who's come on there, Rob. I'm pretty sure that he's come off. Number 17, Stephanopoulos has come on, Rob, in the meantime.
Brooks on the bench with his hands, his head in his
He
hands.
should be too. That was opportunity as Metro Stars. Dorber can go the other way. They seem to, when they go into attack on your line, it seems to get through. Whereas Metros are struggling. In the way though, Lachlan Barr
They're winning the midfield.
goes to Davis, worked hard. Again, it's Amianto. Head down, player grabbed him. Yangi's got the chance. He gave the ball before. It's Amianto. If he had it the other way, he would have scored, but this way, more difficult on the outside of his left foot. We know he can't hit with his right.
I'm
It's out for a corner.
I'm just looking at Lachlan Brook. You don't really take a player like that off unless something's wrong. So if he was having a poor game, which I don't think he was, so there might be an injury. So I'm just going to keep my eye on him, see if the ice pack goes to him.
So corner kick. Can't
So
see
we've-
nothing on that
We've
side.
got no players forward, so if this ball is cleared, it'll come straight back in. I'm absolutely shocked at that. Surely there should be one player forward.
So corner kick. It'll be a right-footed in swinger, deep. As it goes out. Player that came on in
There it is.
Stephanopoulos. Oh, again.
Beautiful ball in the box there by Amianto.
Yeah, they're doing well. Adelaide United now. It's been all Adelaide United at the moment. And Irabona's got the ball. And they go left, back to Irabona. Gets the chip going, Amianto. And policing it well there is Delosio. Out for a goal kick, I think, or throw-in.
Yeah, certainly Adelaide United looked the most likely to score in this game. Gee,
They could have been 3 or 4.
Oh,
They missed
it's-
2 in the first.
they've had great opportunities in the last 5 minutes or so. Amianto there we can see on the replay.
Yeah. It's a good ball in.
Esposito, look, he's having to defend. I mean, who's up there with him? He should be up in the forward line as Devereaux tries to go to that ball. Eventually, it's left for Konstantopoulos. He loses possession.
Terrible
That was
ball.
Cohen Morris. They haven't been able to put two passes together,
No,
Metro
it's
Stars.
atrocious.
Especially when they're going forward. They haven't been able to hit the target at all. And as Ryan said, they're just trying for the impossible ball. But Konstantopoulos on the far side, getting ready to take this throw in for Adelaide United. We're getting fairly close to that extra time in this game. We've probably got about 8 or 10 minutes to go as Henderson comes out. Here's an opportunity for Esposito. Wooding, can he get a shot on? He's probably on his wrong foot. He is. Still fighting hard, Wooding. He's been good this afternoon too, but it will be cleared. Oh, great tackle there by Morris, but unfortunately for him, straight to Adelaide United player. Here's Yengi. He gets beaten to the ball. Barr goes inboard. Here's Esposito. It's a long ball forward, but again, does not find his target. Here's Dorber. Dorber, Matthew Dorber. Who can he find in the box? He's still there. Oh,
No,
not
back.
sure what he was thinking there. Well, Morris didn't understand what he was thinking. The radar
Obviously.
wasn't there, and gee, I mean, get that ball in, put it into the middle at least. They're not doing that. It's Barr gets it in, finds Wooding, switches play, finds Delosio. Delosio on the far side finds Davis. Davis hasn't got a lot of options. Solania there, he loses possession. Oh, good work there by Wooding. Goes wide again, Solania. Has got options, he's lost the ball again. This time the
Lost
ball
it
will
again.
go out. Solania not probably having a great game in the middle of the park this afternoon.
Hasn't been a good day for Metros, just not clicking today. As it's out for a throw-in, it'll be LA United. Just on 84, just over 84 minutes played, still 0-0. Metro Stars, LA United. down at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. It's still 0-0 down there. Adelaide City, Campbelltown. Remembering Adelaide City had a player sent off in the first half, thanks to the West Beach Pizza Bar. Goes over the sideline. Once again, a throw in to Davis. Just seems like the players are waiting for extra time at the moment. As Davis goes to Barr. Back it goes. Henderson. Oh, 2 passes. Can't even put them together. It hasn't been their day so far, but still 0-0, and they still can get a win and advance.
It only takes 1 goal, 1 shot. As Carpenter now, right at the halfway mark, takes a long throw, looking for Amiento. He's got possession. He's been dangerous. Paolo Amiento, can he get the ball in the box? He's got players waiting. He's still there. He's had a good game. Delosio is probably looking for that corner, Amiento, and he's got it. And United again in a dangerous position. They're putting so much pressure on Metro Stars.
Clark and Wilson pushing up.
This is dangerous. This is dangerous. A goal now, and it could be curtains. I'm sure it will be curtains for Metro Stars. And look where Esposito. He's been able to clear both those last corners that have come in. As the corner will come in. United.
Another corner.
Come off of a Metro player by the looks there. And it will be another corner. That was Carpenter that I think took that corner, was it?
Constantopoulos.
What's her up to in the corners,
55.
Cassandra?
5 for Adelaide United and none for Metro, thanks to Chemist King Hectorville.
Wasn't talking to you.
I got 5 right.
You got the 5 right, yeah.
It looks like my tip's going right too. It looks like it's going to extra time.
Constantopoulos to take this corner again for United. Should look back post here. Does. The goalkeeper gets his fist to it. That's brilliant work by Isaac Carmody. It comes all the way back. Looking up there for Constantopoulos again. It will be another corner.
True.
This time off Morris. And more pressure for Metro Stars. And Rob, can they hang on?
Yeah. I don't think so. I think Adelaide United will win. Extra time, penalty shootout. I don't know. It just hasn't been their day. So the corner's got to be retaken for some reason.
No, he doesn't like what's happening in the box, Rob.
Just having a chat with the captain, Delosio. I think Clark's there too.
Yengi, Carmody. Bit of push and shove.
So corner kick again. Amiento and Stephanopoulos.
Constantopoulos.
Got that Populous right, didn't I? As it goes in, chance. Headed out there by Metro Stars. And there's what's happened there?
The
handball, but that should have been yellow card then if it was handball. They want a break.
They were on a break, you're right.
Should
That
have
was
been
a
yellow carded.
Professional handball there. As Metro try to take it quickly. Henderson now tries to go forward, but again, luckily for him that it come off of a United player, because that wasn't going to find its target either. They haven't been able to just string anything together, Metro Stars. Once they get to that midfield, it just breaks down so badly. The defence has held up well. It'll be Morris to take the throw in, and looking up there for Strain. He gets beaten to the ball. Irabona sends a long ball forward. Barr should get to this, in actual fact. It will go out. And it'll be another throw in to Metro Stars. And certainly Adelaide United look a lot more fresher than Metro at the moment. They certainly look more likely. Metro Stars have been struggling to get it into their attacking half as it comes off Esposito. Strain now trying to go to it. Here's an opportunity for Wilson. Gets it over, finds Clark. Clark sends a long ball forward, looking up there for Yengi. It'll be cleared. Here's Metro Stars. 3 players this time. Dorba. Good work there by Dorba. Gets it forward. Finds Davis. Davis is going to have to stop. There's no options in the middle. This is the problem for Metro Stars. Delosio goes back to Morris. It was Davis that was. Here's Dorber. Wooding. Henderson. Gets it out wide. This time it's Morris. He's a left footer. He's got to go back. Bath. Delosio. This is good work here by United on the break, and again they lose it in the midfield. Here's an opportunity. That was Devereaux now.
Well done.
Gee, that was
yeah.
a good free kick. Yeah, probably a professional one there too on Stephanopoulos.
Yeah, he got a little bit of the ball, but it was from behind. And referee's going to pick that up any day of the week. But what I'm impressed with Adelaide United, though, is when Metro Stars do break, what's making it really hard for Metro Stars is their recovery, their defensive work. They're working both ways very hard. So as soon as they lose the ball, they know straight away what they need to do. They need to get straight back into position and get that structure back. And that's what's causing Metro Stars a lot of difficulty today. And what we saw last week against Comets, their recovery work, their transition from attack to defence is very, very quick. It's good to see.
So free kick. Amiento's going to take it. Just try and chip it into the position.
Metro waiting for the whistle, don't you reckon, Rob?
I think so. They're going to be waiting for a while because it's going to be 15 minutes after each way.
30.
Each way, I said.
I was lucky.
Amiento swings it in, cleared here. We're on to the 91st minute mark, so we played a minute of time on. Should be another couple. As can they win it? As Jai King, he's got the chance, goes to Itabona, looks around, swings, and just needed to go to the left a little bit. Might have got him into trouble as Carmody clears the ball. Blocker Wilson, they'll let it go over the goal line. It will be a goal kick.
I don't think there'll be too much added time, Rob. We've played 1 minute and 29 seconds of added time. I can't remember too many stoppages in this game, but it might be 3 minutes maybe in all.
3 minutes max, I reckon. Yep. It's just for those couple of substitutions that have been made.
So it'll be Richards. We'll take this. Just swing the wind. Is it blowing across now? Is it?
I don't think it's as strong as it was before.
Nah, it literally just picked up now. The last minute, it just picked up.
So Metro Stars, can they get one in the dying seconds as they go into attack? Dorber! Yes, it's a goal! Metro Stars have put it into the back of the net and are leading 1-0. And they've got that little toe into the next round.
Well, I think it's more than a toe, Rob. I cannot see Adelaide United getting back. Let me just say something. Solana has had what I call a pretty ordinary game so far.
Great ball,
and look what he does there. He actually puts the winner on Dorber's head. He plucks it. Dorber finishes. And that's the best move Metro Stars have made. They come up with a goal. And
in the dying seconds.
It's tragedy for Adelaide United, but I cannot see enough time for them to get back into this game.
Don't deserve that too, don't they, Adelaide United? They've played a great game today.
Great header.
Reliable Dorber came on. Has he scored the winner? After all that's happened during the week to Metro Stars, they were into the next round, and for a few hours they were out. The next day they were back in. As they go into attack, Adelaide United. Can they hang on? Metro Stars, 93 minutes. As they don't matter now, just clear it as far as they come, and Richards will clear the ball.
There's Richards now, and there's the whistle. It's all over. Matthew Dorber in the last minute of this game, and commiserations to Adelaide United. They played a blinder, I thought. I thought they were the better team this afternoon, but they win this game. A great goal, a great pass there by Solana. He redeemed himself, and Dorber, brilliant header, put it past Richards there. And Metro Stars are into the next round. Well, we didn't see it coming because I think that was
virtually their first shot on goal.
Well, I think that was their second shot on goal for the whole game.
A few attempted shots, but that was on target.
Sure.
Who do I go see, boys?
I reckon Lachlan Barr.
Lachlan Barr for me was absolutely brilliant this afternoon. Rob and I agree. There's something wrong.
There's love in the air.
Facebook page, Vicky O'Donnell, yay, she's happy. French, Hans French, he said, ouch. And Dion says, does that mean extra time? No, mate. You lost. LA United lost 1-0. Anyhow, Ryan is going to go get to the man of the match. The Claymore Wines man of the match. And that went to Lachlan Barr. Cassandra?
Yeah, I'd
That's a
say
good
so.
decision.
Yeah.
So he'll get. So they'll meet the winner of the game that's in progress.
The loser.
Oh, sorry, the loser. Yeah, you're right. Which is in progress. The City had a man sent off, and it's still 0-0.
And looks like Ryan has got Lachlan Barr, and well deserved, Rob. I thought he was brilliant. Him and Delosio. Let's not forget Michael Delosio. I think he was
Henderson
brilliant.
as
And
well.
Henderson,
All
the
three.
whole
Backline.
defence was absolutely brilliant under so much pressure this afternoon. You've got to give it to the Metro Stars. Absorbed. In the end, you're probably a little bit lucky to get away with this one, because I thought Adelaide United got to hold their heads up. I thought they were brilliant.
Boys, I've got our man of the match here, Lachlan Barr. You all tuned up, buddy? Yep. Turn that on.
You can hear us.
There we are, buddy. We got Lachlan Barr here, our Claymore man of the match. Let me just put this down. Whoop, bottle broken. Nah, box broken. Unlucky. You'll drink that anyway. Well done. Congratulations. As we were saying before we tuned ourselves up, tough game that was.
Very tough game. Obviously, seeing the conditions, windy, and the pitch is pretty cut up, but sometimes you just got to dig deep, and I thought we'd done that today. But definitely wasn't the prettiest game, but we'll take the result and we move on to the next round.
100% agree. Wasn't the prettiest a game. What were you expecting from Adelaide United today? Was that what you expected?
We know they're a good side. We've played them twice this season, and they're a good footballing side. They like to move the ball quite well, and they're very quick when they go forward. So, we were sort of aware of that, and I thought we dealt with it to an extent today. They're a good side, full credit to them. They deserve to be where they are. I think they'll bounce back next season. They're a good young team.
A bit of commotion during the week. Did that unsettle you guys, or you just put that to the side and just let the football do the talking today?
Absolutely not. There was a bit of controversy, if you like, but we're quite, I suppose, professional here. We've got a job to do each Saturday, and we just let our football do the talking. People can talk and whatever, but we'll just keep playing football and keep winning matches.
Did you think it was going to go into extra time?
I did there. I'm not going to lie. I thought we're going to do another 120, and we've done it last week, and we were prepared to do that. The boys are fit, and yeah.
Speaking about last week, how did the body pull up after last week's 120?
Good. We got a good coaching staff, and they manage us quite well. And I think this week was just about keeping fresh and just keeping the boys fine-tuned for today.
Personally, yourself, you had a good game, of course. You got man of the match. How do you think you went yourself? You Delosio at the back, Henderson. You really got a really good defensive, really good partner, really good understanding as well of each other.
Yep.
I think defensively, you guys worked well today and pretty much all season.
Yeah, we try and be as consistent as possible. Especially at the back, we can't afford to make mistakes. We just want to each play a role for the team, and that's just exactly what I try and do. Just play my role for the team, and hopefully win matches of football.
And this is your first year at the club.
Yep.
Is that the reason why you come here to play finals football?
Exactly, yeah. Metro are a good club. They're always, every year they're competing for titles and silverware. So that's what you want as a player. You want to be up there each season, and loving my time at Metro.
Beautiful. Boys, far away. It is freezing out here. The winds, there's a chill in the wind.
Well
Lockie Barr wants to get in and drink his wine, so far away.
Well done, Lachlan. Great game again. You scored the winner last week, and this time Matty Dorber came in and scored the winner in about a minute to go. So, great effort by Matty Dorber to come on and score.
Absolutely. His role's changed a bit. I suppose in the finals, we've got competition for places, and it's a privilege to have a player like Matty Dorber on the bench that can sort of come on and change a game like he did. I thought it was class when he come on, and fair play to him. I hope he does it next week.
Yeah, Lachlan, I just thought it looked like you were struggling to put a few passes together. And how much did that wind have a bearing on that? Because, it was tough to get two passes, especially from the midfield to the attacking half. It looked like it was difficult. How much bearing did that wind and the conditions have?
Yeah, quite a fair bit. We don't like to make excuses, but when you're playing on a pitch like this, it is pretty dug up, and the wind. But like I said, we just had to dig our heels in and try and grind out a result, so we're happy to do that.
We've got to wind it up, boys. I'm getting
One second.
hurry up. Robbie's got a question.
Cassandra wants to ask something.
Cassandra.
And not sure who you're going to play yet, either Adelaide City or Campbelltown, but what can you do to improve next week against those two big clubs there?
I think in terms of improvement, I think we've probably got to be a bit more organised at times, probably be a bit more confident when we got the ball when playing forward. But I think the key for us is just to remain nice and composed and not let the pressure of finals get to us.
Who do you prefer to meet? Campbelltown, it's 0-0 at the moment.
Doesn't bother us. We'll play
matter.
anyone. We'll play any of them. I think it doesn't bother us.
Good on you, mate. Congratulations
Thanks,
on
mate.
today's effort, and hopefully you do one better next week as well.
Thanks for that, boys. Cheers. Have a good one.
Thank you. So our man of the match, the Claymore Wines man of the match, Tony, certainly deserved it. Had a great game. A good pickup by Metro Stars, getting Lachlan Barr here. Great play. Versatile too, isn't he?
Definitely.
Knows where the goals. He knows how to score.
Yeah.
He's scored a few goals.
Go
He'll win it
forward,
last week.
He can go back and really he marshalled that defence. The three defenders, as we said, Henderson, Delosio and Barr, to me look as solid as I've seen the defence look. And they absorbed so much pressure this afternoon. And let's not make any qualms about it. Adelaide United put them under constant pressure, and they were able to control that at all times because, let's face it, the midfield of Metro Stars wasn't what they would have liked today, and I'm sure Ryan and everyone would agree. The ball just kept coming back. And those three defenders have to take their accolades because they kept them in the game. Eventually, I think for Metro Stars, I mean, they absorbed, and sometimes games go like that. Adelaide United probably in our thoughts were the better team. But that's not how it goes. The better team doesn't always win, and it just goes to show the character of Metro Stars. They've had a difficult week. They've come out of it well.
There was a lot of pressure, wasn't there?
And it sets them up now to get to that grand final. One more game, they're into the grand final. And as Lachlan Barr said, he doesn't care who he plays, Rob, because they're nearly there. I mean, at the end of the day, what he wants is Adelaide. He wants Adelaide City and Campbelltown to have a huge battle, basically, so that they can take on whoever loses.
Just on the Facebook friends, Jamie Horsburgh, sometimes the wrong team wins, as you said. Adelaide United probably were the better team in the end, but Metro Stars. Darren Andrews, congratulations to Metro Stars. Angelo Giuffrida. Also, Vicky Morgillo saying, looking good, Rob, and always remember with Vicky doing a footy show, live on Channel 44 with her. So big hello to Vicky as well. But back here, Cassandra, final stats as well.
Final stats, so 7 shots for Adelaide United in the second half, so they did have their chances as well. Compared to the 5 for Metro, plus the goal. 5 fouls each as well. 6 corners there, so more chances there. They couldn't really make anything out of that. Carlo there, not much luck for him today. And a couple saves each for both keepers.
So Adelaide United certainly had their chances, didn't they? Tony Ryan as well. Just couldn't put it. Carlo Amienta in the first half had some chances, and in the second half.
Yengi had chances.
What about the one with Brooke as well?
Also, Brooke had chances. Really, they lost it.
Chances like that, boys. Yeah, chances like that in a game like this is elimination. They'll take something out of that for next season because chances like that, Amiento had that beautiful one, that first 10-15 minute opening there, which really should have been testing the keeper. And they're going to come back to haunt you. And today's game is that scenario. It came back to haunt you. 93rd minute. Metro Stars have had nothing all game. And there you go, 1-0 victors, they move on, and you guys have to think about what happened and get ready for next season, basically. And that's the game of football. It's cruel. It's a beautiful game, but it's very cruel as well. And today was absolutely the cruel part of the game.
And they should be proud of themselves, shouldn't they? The Adelaide United youth team with the Pezos coaching down there. He's done a great job.
Yeah, last season they were battling relegation. They've done a good job, and there's a lot of good prospects for Adelaide United youth. There's a lot of good players coming through. The reserve team came top of of the under-23s or the reserve table, and it's a lot of good prospects for South Australian football as a whole, because you'll see a lot of these players representing Adelaide United first team and representing the state with pride.
If they can keep this team together, Rob, good luck to everyone else.
But it's a developing.
They will lose some players.
They will. A lot of players go back to their clubs.
They will, and you're right. There's players coming through.
You'll keep the nucleus of the team, but there's always a couple of players that are now borderline of making the next step or not making the next step.
From last season, they've only kept 3 or 4.
Yeah, and
You reckon?
yeah, but and that's
pretty sure.
Yeah, and a lot of them, like I think Blake Carpenter might be on his last year. Paul Wilson might be on his last year as well. So that now for these players who are eliminated, they're gonna think they get one more year in the youth league, and then for next season you might see a different type of team. Still a lot of the same players, but your older players who are looking to make the next step.
I reckon Blocker Wilson can make the next step to the A-League.
Oh yeah, but
stoppers are hard to come by. I mean,
yeah, stoppers
he's a
are,
quality one.
but like football, Robbie, sometimes you don't get the opportunity straight away, but it doesn't mean you give up. You got to go back to the local league, or go overseas, or go to interstate or something. You got to keep plying away. You got to keep grinding away. It takes time. It takes a lot of patience and a lot of hard work. And for some of these players that don't get a professional contract straight away at Adelaide United, doesn't mean your career's over. It means that you just got to go back and keep working hard for the next opportunity that arises.
So if we had to do a 3-2-1 today, obviously up in the high best players also was Wilson for Adelaide United, and
it definitely was a game of defences. So I think basically, Lachlan Barr, Paul Wilson. I don't think any of the attacking type players or midfielder players did excite me too much. The only players, maybe Yengi. He worked his socks off.
Second half,
Yengi. So it'd probably be, for me, Barr, Wilson, Yengi.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if the attacking players, look, Amiento had his moments too. I mean, he was able to get into that box and put a couple of good balls across. Not the game that he had last week, but of Adelaide United, I thought Yengi and Amiento, were good. I really like Yengi. I think he's going to go far, that young lad. And on the other side, Metro Stars, really difficult. I mean, I thought that in the middle of the park, Liam Wooding had a reasonable game too, Rob. He tried his heart out. But other than that, it was a defender's game.
Yeah, Delosio as well for me for Metro.
Yep, Delosio
and Henderson.
And Henderson were magnificent.
Okay, guys, we'll just about wrap it up here. Not forgetting the result from the other ground. Still progress score. It's Campbelltown and Adelaide City 0-0. It stays at 0-0.
That could go into night time.
There will be extra time down there. Yeah, they might have to turn the lights on down at the Campbelltown's ground. I don't think they realise if it's still 0-0, it's going to be extra time. 1-1 would give the game to Adelaide City, wouldn't it?
That's right, because there was a 0-0. There was a 0-0. And the wind over there would even be stronger than this, because when I left home, Rob, I live close to there. When I left home, that wind was blowing. It was a gale out there, so I would imagine it would be a lot stronger than what it is here.
The wind's picking up now, boys. I'm starting to feel my pants.
Okay, guys, once again, thank you very much. Tony, thank you, and Cassandra, thank you as well, and also Ryan Marveggio down there in the boundary. The guys on the camera, young Peter and Chappie, and our producer, once again, Jimbo, doing a great job. So from me and the guys here, we'll see you next week. Not sure which ground will be, depending on the result. It's either at the Campbelltown's ground or Adelaide City ground. From me, final scores, it was Metro Stars 1, Adelaide United 0. Adelaide United's bye-bye for 2018. Metro Stars advanced to the prelim final. Thank you. Bye.
Can you tell him? Okay, come on.
What's this?
Apparently it was an epic jump. Smashed right through the laundry window.
What?
But your RAA home insurance covers accidental glass breakage.
Oh, yeah, right.
We do more. Get a quote today.